Ladies and gentlemen, Maragum is here. I will be live to talk about the issue are facing ruling state, plus the issue of 32 state. Please, welcome all. Before that, I will play music from one of our musicians in Panaro. His name is Mayiki Chol. Listen.
And then I'm going to the wa. And then I'm going to the Ogaga Gabiliam Nikana, good at Chingaviani, what they do when out there. Hey, what they do when out there, Tana good at Chingaviani, what they do when out there. And then I'm going to the wa. And then I'm going to the Ogaga Gabiliam Nikana, good at Chingaviani, what they do when out there. So I go.
How is the sound? Are you hearing the sound? Hello, good evening or good night or good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, Ngara Agwem is here. I would like to invite all of you to come to listen to my live show tonight. It will not be that long. It will be short. But I will be speaking only on the issues of Ruling State. And my message will go direct to the community leaders and our politicians, both in diaspora and back home in South Sudan. Before I started, I would like to say thank you to the people of Anaru and Alor and to our South Sudanese friend. We the people always speak here on social media. We have a lot of things to do, but we always consider talking on social media is the way to give awareness and is the way to educate the people. People who are not here, people who are in far away places, like in Africa and Europe. So when we spend time on Facebook, it doesn't mean we don't have anything to do. We have a lot of things to do, but it is a habit, something that we are all committed our life to be a part of this social society, social media society. It's not only for European people, it's not only for the American people or Canadian. It's for all human beings. Social media is for all human beings. And you have seen in so many social media outlets, on CNN, on other media outlets, people always hear messages through them. But in our third world country, we don't have so many channels like that. But Facebook is a number one media outlet that we will talk here, and people could take our message from here. To begin, we are here always to speak for the boilers of those who are turned down. For example, last week we had so many concerns when the South Sudan government came with the report from the JT CMB, what do you call it, Joint Technical Committee or Border. They came out with the report, and that report has indicated that the dispute area that the South Sudan is claiming, and the main dispute area that everybody knows, the whole world knows, were excluded. They were excluded. Like Pantho was excluded, Abiy was excluded, and these are the dispute area between the two nations. But the Joint Technical Committee for Border, they came with only few names. They came with Mile 14, and they came with Jebel Maganis, and they came with Kaka, and then they came with Rafia King, that place is in northern Bahr Kazal area. This thing is hurting people like me, people who know what the people of Ruang went through. Individual like me is hurting when I see the report. I'm not happy even now. I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with the government of South Sudan. I'm not happy with the people of my own community. Because until now, there's no single statement. There's no single statement issued by the people who are representing our community. I'm talking about the Ruang community. I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm talking about the Ruang community, which is Fanaru and Alor. Until now, no statement from those who are representing us in the government of our local authority, in the government of J1, and also from our all intellectual of Fanaru and Alor. No statement, unless I'm in a different part of the planet. But I would have heard it from people, I would have seen on social media, but no statement after the report. Now, to bring you back to the topic I'm talking about, I come here to still asking the citizen of Ruang, the leaders, our politicians, the civilian, what will be next after the government of South Sudan has pushed the case of 32 states into referendum? We don't know when the referendum will take place, but what next from you, the Ruang community leaders, the Ruang community politician, and the Ruang community citizen? What next, and what are you preparing? What are you preparing before the referendum? You know, during the referendum between South Sudan and the North, there were a lot of preparation. People opened some centers. The center will be in Biemnam and one center in Pariang? Or where? How this referendum is going to work? And this referendum, it failed, or it fall on our favor as Ruang. The reason now the Riek Machar supported, again the 32 state, because they knew that Ruang state has been credited. And when Riek Machar credited 11 states, Ruang or the whole Padang were left out. And by that time, they were not complaining why Riek Machar credited 11 states. But after that, they know Kir Mayadit was the man of fairness. He did it for the interest of Ruang people, for the interest of Padang people in general. That's why we were given Ruang state in the absence of Riek Machar. Riek Machar was anti to Ruang people. We were given Northern Upper Nile because Riek Machar was an anti. Riek Machar and all his Nuer supporters, they were anti of her to have a state. If you look on the list of the 11 states that Riek Machar was created, Riek was an anti to the whole people of Padang. Riek was an anti. Until now, Riek is still an anti. Because Riek know that Kir Mayadit has at 7 states, and then Taban Dengai came and created a Central Nile state, and supporters of Riek Machar, some of the Nuer who are behind Riek Machar are not happy about that. But this time they should go to hell. If you, the people of Ruang, are listening to what I'm saying here, supporters of Riek Machar, they should go to hell this time. Because he said it was not credit for Riek Machar. It was not credit for Kir Mayadit. They were credit for the citizen of South Sudan, the generation of today and the generation to come. Our people need to learn how to speak up in politics. When it comes in terms of politics, our politicians, those who are representing Ruang people, they need to know that they are representing the community. They are representing the state. They are representing the county. They are representing Payam. They are representing Bumat. They need to know that. They need to be responsible, to speak on the issues affecting their own constituencies, Because when you went to Juba, you went there and you have your own constituencies that you are representing. But I don't see from our politician in Ruang, he said, they are there just for standby. But standby is not going to help. It's not going to educate our people. You have to be a part of it. You have to be a part of the solution. Don't be standby. Standby has no room in the society of democracy, in the society where people speak against issues. Standby is the dead end. You cannot be standby and then you call yourself a leader of the people. So I'm very thankful to thank the government of South Sudan for reaching this agreement that the issues of the state should be put to referendum. And after the government has released that statement, you have seen now from Twitter, some politicians from South Sudan, like those of Lemakol, those like Majang Agot, they are not happy about it. If you have read the statement from Majang Agot, Majang is saying that who are going to vote for referendum when the majority of people are not in their home. This is nonsense to us as Ruang. We don't have a refugee. Ruang instead don't have a number of refugees in Kenya. We don't have a number of refugees in Uganda. That is nonsense to us. If they want to bring the refugees, the Boer refugees who are in Kenya, the Boer refugees who are in Uganda, they have right to take them home and vote for referendum. They have nothing to do with us. Who's going to vote? If they are not going to vote for referendum about the number of states, who care? And we cannot be relied on what the Jonglei politicians are saying. You know what they did last time when the Jonglei was given on the side of the government. Jonglei was given on the side of the government. So don't tell her something like that. No one is going to listen to them, because every time they're pushing people in the wrong direction. Even now, if those of Dr. Majanga are complaining, later on they will say Jonglei is on the government side, and then they're gonna do the same thing like what they did last time. So if there's a number of civilians from Jonglei who are in a foreign country, it's nothing to do with the Ruang society, because we don't have a refugee who left their home in our state. Only people who left Ruang state a long time ago. Those who went to Ethiopia, they went to Kenya, and then they came to Kakuma. These are the people we have. We don't have a migrant refugee like what the people of Jonglei, who are in Kakuma, who are in Uganda. So anything the politicians in South Sudan are claiming about, they always do it against against the Padang people, against the Ruang people. Everybody is against for us. And I don't know why they're against for us. God creating us in that land. We were creating that land. Nobody asking God to create us there. It's God who creating us there in that land. And we didn't migrate from nowhere. We were there. And during the wartime, we were there. We were isolated. Who don't know it? Majanga God was there by that time. Riek Machar was there. Riek Machar was fighting to displace the Ruang citizen, but it doesn't work. Paulino Matip was there to displace the Ruang people. It doesn't work. Umar Bashir was there fighting gunship day and night to displace the Ruang people. It doesn't work. And who is now to say that they don't want the freedom of South Sudan to be given to the people of Ruang? Who is saying this now? Where were they during the wartime? During the wartime, there were no reinforcements were sent to Ruang State. Ruang State were isolated by themselves in the middle of three wars: the war of rebellion of Nuer, and the war of Arab, and the war of disease, Kaladar. Where were you, Ya Junubin? Where were you? Those who are claiming now, especially the Nuer who are claiming about Ruang State, where were you? We were there with you. You know that, right? Where were you? And when South Sudan was signing a peace agreement, do you know who take the power? The Nuer took the power from us. A power that's supposed to be in the hand of the ruling people, because we were one a man behind supporting the movement. We were a man behind supporting the SPLM, SPLA during the wartime. And all the majority of Nuer in Bantu, they were all turning their back against the government, whereby Dr. Machar went to Khartoum, tried to sign a fake peace with Garbino Kwanyenbol in 1997. It doesn't work. When Taban Dengai became a governor, it's all Nuer who lined themselves in the position. And they left us out. You see how greedy they are, and now they are claiming us. They're claiming us, and they were greedy. When the government formed in 1999, did the Denga get a second position as vice president? No. When the election was done when Taban was support, when Angelina Teng was running as the governor, and Taban Dengai was running in the same position, what happened? Taban was appointed as a governor. Did the Denka came as the deputy governor? No. You need to listen, people of Panaru, what I'm talking about here. There was no deputy. During the period of two governorship of Taban Dengai, there was no any deputy from either from Alor or from Panaru. Until when Taban Dengai was removed in 2010. When Taban Dengai was removed in 2010, Dr. Maintwil was appointed. This is where Mabengalang was appointed as the deputy governor. And that was the condition, because Kir Mayadi did that to make a rebellion, not to get the way in Bantu. Because Dr. Maintwil was against Riek Machar. It was Mabengalang came in a condition. It was not Nuer people who say, okay, let us give the second position to the Denga, because the state was only for two tribes, Denga. If the Nuer become a governor, and then the Denga should be a deputy. Would that happen? No. And our dead hard politician in Panaru and dead hard politician in Alor, they don't remember this. They don't remember this. They're keeping quiet. Those who came from Khartoum, they don't know the history that the people back home went through. But who will educate them? It is you. Those are Mabengalang, those are Majangadao. And so many generals, they should educate these young leaders who don't know the history of Panaru and Alor. You remember last time Alor Kurukua left the place in the hand of Nuer for almost 8 years. Who forget that? Alor Kurukua left their home when Nuer cleared them out. Nuer of Matip and Nuer of Trabande and Dengai and Riek Machar. They cleared them out until 1998. 1998, this is where the people of Alor, people of Biemnam, they came. Majority of people came. But before that, they were displaced. They were displaced. And these are the same people who are complaining why we are given the state of our own. These are the same people. These are the same people who are complaining now why we were given the state of our own. You should ask yourself a question like this, ya Panaru and a lot of people. Ask yourself the question like this. Where in the world somebody who make you hostage, somebody who make you hostage is claiming you? Because they want you to come back and then he will do the same thing again. And then in 2013, they did it to you. And before that, they're killing our own citizens, and nobody say anything. And in the same people were saying that in the Parliament of Unity State, the language that people will be speaking in the Parliament should be Arabic, Nuer, and English. And they don't want the Denga language to be used in the Parliament, while the state is belong to the two ethnic tribes. Tor and a wedu, Tor, Wakaparu, Pinga, Tor and a wedu, that is sediment Tor. Ikine luel pi bantu abra ani chole denga ki chole dan denga ki be one of the people who refused, and after he refused, he was dismissed in his position. When you complain about that, he was dismissed to be the Speaker of the House. Why you don't tell the truth to Riek Machar supported? Why you don't tell the truth to Riek Machar? Riek Machar is the one who created 11 states. And when Kir Mayadi had 7 states, Riek Machar turned again and complained again in the state. What is wrong with this human being? And if you are a citizen of Ruang, if you are a politician of Ruang, if you are a community leader of Ruang, why you don't raise this concern to tell the government of South Sudan all these facts? We have some evidence. We have so many evidence. We have so many records about the leadership of Nuer before 1991. We have the history of Kaladar, how the people of Ruang and how the people of Alor were treated under the leadership of Riek Machar. At the time of Kaladar, we don't know how our people died like animals. The Ruang people died like animals between Bantu and Lair, between Lair and Bantu, between Bantu and Pariang. Our people died like animals. And our politicians who look for position, they have forgotten. Our politicians who looking for money, they have forgotten. Those many politicians in Juba, those MPs, they forget about this. They are supposed to educate the Nuer people. They are supposed to educate the government of South Sudan about all this record of the past. Because there's nothing good the leadership of Nuer has done to ruin society. As I'm speaking, there's a lot of things. And if people are allowed to talk, to tell the truth, if the community has to sit down and read their statement to the government of South Sudan, to the people of the world, a lot of people will agree with you. The same people are complaining now. Taban Dengai was the governor since 1999 to 2010. Taban Dengai. And did Taban Dengai do something for the Ruang people, like the 2%? Did Taban Dengai build a clinic? I'm talking about clinic. Did Taban Dengai has built clinic in Pariang during his time? Did Taban Dengai build a clinic in Biemnam during his time? You should answer that question. The answer for these two questions I'm asking is no. Taban did not do anything. Taban is now the one that made himself to be like the founder of Panaru, the founder of Alor. Taban is now the one who traveling, looking for somebody who will be appointed as the governor. While we, as a community who had their own power, nobody. Taban is now the one that could decide who should be the next governor, who should be the next MP, who should be what. Taban is the one. And where Taban during the wartime? Yapanaru. Where Taban? What Taban is the one who helped you? No. Taban was the enemy that want to destroy your community. And now you make Taban to be the founder of Panaru. You make Taban to be a founder of Panaru. Taban is not the founder of Jikin. Taban is not the founder of Bull. Taban is not the founder of Jagay. Taban is not the founder of Adok. Taban is not the founder of Nyong. Taban is not the founder of Adur. But Taban want to be a founder of Alor, founder of Panaru, and our useless politicians are there in his face. They don't say nothing. Taban is not the founder of Nuer of Central Nile, like Nuer of Law, Nuer of Gajuk, Nuer of Gajak, Nuer of Gai Gwang. Taban is not there, and is the son of Nuer. He's not able to do things for the Nuer, because people of Nuer, they say, Taban, we are men like you. We can do our own thing. But only in Ruweng State, in Panaru community, and the Lord is Taban is the founder. How weird is it? How weird. If we call ourselves a man in the community, if we call ourselves the leaders in the community, why we don't tell Taban to stop himself in the affairs of our community? Why? Taban should not be the one to appointing our leaders, because when he appointing our leaders, he appointed those politicians who are in his favor. He will never appoint a politician who will come and be against, like on his strategies, like when Thijida Adwot, the man who sold house to Io. After he sold out to Io, he realized that he's going to work with Taban. And then after that, he declined that he's not going to work with Taban. And he resigned. But his calculation was wrong, because you cannot let somebody appointed you in the name of that party, and then later on you will go and resign. No one can accept you because you went there for the name of that party. So why we don't teach a lesson from the past? Why we don't teach a lesson from what we went through? If I were you, or if I become a politician of Ruweng, Taban Dengai will never put his foot on our soil. And I will tell you why. Because there's those of you who were born after the war. There were those of you who were born in the north. They don't know the history of Taban Dengai. But I know the history of Taban Dengai. I know the history of Taban Dengai when he became a governor of Ruweng in 1999 until 2010. I know Taban Dengai when he was in Yitam. Taban Dengai never been in front line like me. I've been in front line for 3 months, sitting in a bunker for 3 months. But Taban has never been in front line. Which one? Chita Banta people line. Kiye lieutenant on the ground. Etango gana. Abira and the be yo kwenen. What battle in Chita Ban? Taban was between switching into the north, switching into South Sudan, switching into the north, switching into South Sudan. That's the job Taban has been doing, and Riek Machar together. Taban Dengai need money from you, need money from the oil. That's why he's claiming $1. And our politicians are not talking about it. If I were the governor of Ruweng, say like today, Taban Dengai should show her the document. The document. Either he bought that land or he just moving through the narrow agreement between him and Mabenga Lang. Taban should represent those documents in the court. Who give him that land? Taban will tell the citizen of Ruweng State. And if I was the governor of that state, Taban should go to court with the Ruweng people, particularly the Lengno citizen and the Tuoi citizen. These are the people who should go to court with Taban Dengai at this moment. Because the problem of $1, it will be solved by two, either by force or by court. Only the two choices, either by force
or by court. And if he has somebody who give him the land of Wana Dalwell within Panaru, and then that the person that Panaru should take them to court. If there were a son of Panaru who were behind this agreement, these are the two people we should take them to court. The problem of Wana Dalwell is not concerned to all the Nuer of the king. It's only Taban himself. But do we have a politician who should have a question like what I'm asking you? No. We have a politician for money. We have MPs for money. We have MPs who know how to fight within Panaru, but not to fight outside of Panaru. They are capable to fight inside Panaru, but they are not able to fight outside of Panaru. These are the weak politicians. These are the weak MPs. And even now, we never had those MPs went back to Pariang and travel around the area to see the citizen. Those MPs, we have never had them traveling across Ruang society to see how the Ruang society citizens are living. Those MPs of Ruang, I'm talking about MPs of Ruang, MPs of Ruang. And when we divide it Ruang, we divide it Alor and Panaru. Do our MPs traveling in Pariang land to see which area has insecurity, which area needs services? Like when people are being killed, when people were being killed in Padimdim, did those MP went after that? When Mayanga Mabil was killed in Aliap, did the MPs went there to assess? When people are killed in Dany of Buga da Angau, Buga the Panaquil, did our MP went there? When people were killed in Aline County, did our MPs went there to make a statement? When 1,000 cows were taken Jam, did our MPs went there to look after those communities who lost their cow? Did our MPs doing their job as a community? That's the question. Do our MP do their job? Kegato Jibate Rane John in Hoteli. Qualwell ne MP the Parian. Rane Benpa in America. Be buried for number of months. Qualwell ne MP the Parian. Chuck Ping the MP but Atlanta, where I'm from. MP but Atlanta. Do you think the MP of Atlanta Chilaparian? Bila Ray South Sudan? Ki MP but my state? No. MPs of South Sudan Gagajal, but I'll country then Chitagi, Kwalwell MP. I don't will for the name of that community, Ki MP. Kwashita by, whereby he will be there with the citizen. Rana Re Jiba, Rana Nin Hoteli, Rana Anin Pande, Kwalwell MP. Haka look at Kwal by, Kwashila because Latin Kwachi or Ken Kwal, Kwalwell MP. These are the people that we are all blaming Kirimayadi all the time. Why you community don't raise that concern to the federal government? If the MP spend a year or month without being seen in the state, that MP should be expelled. Because it's being paid by the government of South Sudan for the name of you, that MP. I am speaking here to you as Ruang citizen. Let us not wake up this time. Let us wake up. Let us wake up this time to teach our leaders what they are doing. Is the reason now the Nuer are running after us, because Nuer seeing that there are no qualified leaders in Ruang community, because they know the leaders in Ruang community are the leaders that Taban Dengai always will shut them up, because these people, they go for the interest of Taban. But if they go for the interest of Ruang, Taban will not get a room to talk to to the leaders and say, don't do this, do this. No. I give you an example. Taban is not able to do things for his own Nuer community. Since the war broke out in 2013, Taban has never put his foot in lair of Dr. Riek Machar. Taban never visited the home of Riek Machar. Taban never visited a bull of Dr. Mantuil. And now you heard last week, Taban want to go to Ruweng with James Wani, Taban Dengai. And this is the Taban Dengai who planning all the military, the coup attempt that was happened in 2013. Taban was the mastermind, someone who had all the strategies on how the war should be declared against the government in Juba. Taban was one of it. And you know, when Taban was in Ethiopia, Taban traveled from Ethiopia to Illich, to Pantau, where he met 70,000 rebels. The 70,000 rebels that were part with Division 4, with the Division 4 and Division 3 of Deng Wall. It was Taban Dengai. Taban Dengai traveled from Addis when 70,000 troops were across the border of Iglik to Bantu. It was Taban Dengai, and you, the politician of Panaru, you are running after money. And you are not running after your own community. That's why every decision the government of South Sudan issues, and then the supporters of IO come and be against it. Now, thank God, the government of South Sudan said no return to Tani state until the referendum. Referendum will be the one to take people back to Tani state. But if you accept to go to Tani state as Ruweng people, if you choose to go back to Bantu, kiyine ran chi elwele ala mamit, ra ala mamit leina mamit yengone la yoko mamit. Teleina mamit, kitwenga kon yo, just smell of the mom. Teleina mamit, right? That's what you smell first. So if we the Ruweng people not going to vote against the Tani state, and then work bishir ko ranchila mamit. Kuranchila mamit jengone in experience first in the first place when you telein un pale ngone kon yo telein un fail. I shall be war telein un pale. So Randian Gamgule Buduku Tani said ki in Michira Angela Mamit. In Michira Angela on a pale. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Tani said, Achaluela, Laran, be a Luele, Oga Duguni, Tani said, Achaluela, so many times, so many live video. Kwaba Bear Berry. Achaluela, Ran, be an Alwell, Pijunu Sudan, Iran, Iowa, Valera, government, and be a Luel, Oga Dugu, Tani said. Kuru and said, and yeah, I can Iran, Bongman Guaycan. Achaluelian with my tongue. Uka, which but do all the time. Because ogo kienwer oge jing koge junubin og de right chiman junubin kok og de right chiman other junubin chiman wani Riek Machar en 11 state en la tek kwe wo wan because they will ogo kie ko ja chi ogo ting like human being okay ogo ting that any decision be well nobody can go against it. That's the way you seeing it. Kukaja jo cho le karwane zaman yima kwini bil kwi yi jani jel yima kwani bain kur yi kura ko achira ani ye kadi no chok ya jamana no e chin ko ye kadi chok ane me kwini bil kwi ela bantiu makwi ke la with his powers kwa achira ani ye again makwi Nene ki John men we le an abe be wan Louis English ke biga district. Ke Pariang go a district before 1967. En Pariang go a district long time ago. Teran ji bok British queen. Pariang go a district 1967. Aninga history bita British en lo ring ma cha 21 is that ne Pariang kindong way. Now I chicken the ben alloy because again it has. They walking ko ya jitag. They walking ko ajit. Chiran bija, machiran be really. That's why I kaga complaining. Kwa chaping on kulweta bandeng guy tongde. Achilwe lenta ban. Kulwele ruweng achilwe kef. Gale ule bene kapiat ki lagi ruweng instead ekachilwe kef because you were not happy. Buga ulaya. Kwe the same ta ban manena wibila pariang. Kikin we yin apology we koy ruwen a chi wen knock together kege polynomative kwa chi wen knock together kege riek machar kwa chi we be no gwa 2013 kwa be lwel bi be la pariang bi yalla cha de tiom no pariang nam kichen apology chi gamwe kuwe wo ko je rucho leader Japan rumuk ko je lwel ok de tanyan we ki ke pin kwe jam Waki gagi ping we jam that mean markun kujala warkun eke neg dit ke tai fanaru achan buwe dit ku error ninge ka chi dit neg tai fanaru ka chini buka jabiet ku community that len share responsible work en buwa ga claim community that de koy de ta chul chimane we ke gelwel gala bi go ga claim ko ki jam ke lwela na jam ko wewe ta ban yinen a chi tag be yo na jam ko wewe ta ban yinen a chi ga be yo kwa cha ngi dadi ke wewe ke jodo wo yo li wo yo re wo ge yenama a chi wewe ta ban a chi ke pel ke wewe de ko cha gen kon ping ta ban a chi pel wewe wo si adin ga faru wo ga ja ga ti je wede si adin ga faru si adin ga lo de ko cha gen kon ping ta ban a chi pel wewe I can ask this question direct to him in Taban. We were Ben Oily. Kupan don't oil tin man Taban denga, a chin massage by yik. Min 1999, a chin massage by yik pariang, a chin massage by yik beamnam. Matapa one jigger yik and yikoi oil a company cake, one talisman, beta Canada, Canadian. Those massage by a koi oil a company cake for compensation. Massage ba ngod man krikata pariang kwa chin massage ba dang chiba kwa ni oban clinic tagi da kini yik pariang we go politician to pana ruga ga ti work by sweet please give the space to other people. There are so many people in Panaru in a lot who will be able to rule our community without question. There's a lot of people down there. There's a lot of people here in the Western country. If you are not able to say no to something that is against our community and then leave the space for us. Leave the space for our community so they can elect a real politician. People with the skill, people who know how to write, people who know how to ask questions. Achia kwa ibu ujala dom kwa reki jiba. Achia kwa ibu ujala dom kunueke ited melo ichimanwane lwele a oil field a kachilu ilik. Keke kachi ited men bena la gam gala oil field a ilu ilik panden. Ukaja oil lu ilik panden a chini ited men. Ited men ke ben gam telefoni. Kwet etalapuni binwe jo ping di. Tijo en bena lwele telefoni when ruling citizens are having telephone with their leaders. Engabian ping. It's supposed to be statement agam in the national newspaper, in the national radio of South Sudan. And this is how the leadership work. Because the cheer other community, the cheer wrong statement, the cheer and yes you out, and then you, the community who know the right answer, you should come forward and make a statement publicly. Ken kan dia kwanta pariang eki jo tit e ki jo ti bia ko te bi ni ka kon wo loy ku ja ko ben la jam ko chu wo ko loy ku ka gi lwel oge MPs kwa lwel ga ne minister kita bande ngai ten pande ko tanen kwene kwa na ne lwel kala ten jonga le mane en jabe wa bi en ja wa bi ba paru kita bande ngai ade apology loy ta bande ngai a chi de lui ka gru wen citizen unless he made an apology publicly. Apology bita 1991, kwa apology bita 2013, kwa apology bita 2016. Taban would have issued because he's the vice president of the country. And if you want to be troubling across the country, in the Denga area, Taban has to give out an apology because Kochi can knock in the leadership of Taban Denga, Panaru, I check on you by the coin, take your pin number here. Kochi can knock 2013. Midi are more qualified, Midi Chigat. I can bet knock the oil field. Come with Kafaru, Milani, anything, I can't take it. Dia di chibana achol me di nge nak bi bantiu bul mi yam ga wa nak bul mi yam wa ne ran to in development ene ran ji hunde yigu tu bene ran number 1 yigu hunde tu parien en bul mi yam ene ran ko be na gwan sagit u ke nwere nage nwere yitaban ku taban man ne lwe gal bila chat bila farien ku community when the community chilwe abuse achin ko jam tim lwe intaban we don't need you to abuse our state. We know you are vice president of the country, but we don't want you on ruined soil. There's some lwe len ten. No, achin to. Because that taban ne ki jo ting chinene moch. Ku ka ga routine ki man dia ga ko wine o represent. Kunanga other communities ka taban ade ko chini men. Ki man makwin lwe. Makwin lwe the tap on taban, makwin lwe the tap on Riamachar. Kwal Manyang is tap on taban. All the board leaders, all the Jongale leaders are tap on taban. Like leaders of Padang, all the way from Abia to Arang. A politician land chirka ikaroj, a chirka roj be dap ara a chigup, a jam, kiyemoj, a chirka ikaroj. Kupanden ina luya abuse, panden ina tawo yeltin. Panden ina tawo manpower, panda ina tawo manpower. Big padang bet ina tawo manpower. Engo kili bog yari oji, ekilwelku. Ida ekboga again is individual, ok de rai buglwel. Ekboga again is policy, ok de rai buglwel. Ekboga again is a government, ok de rai buglwel. Because ok koi wente. Okay, koi wente so resource by panda. Anenge ran wente resource by panda ene lui feba, kogli boga lui feba. Let me see the comment. Get okay. Guys, Isaac, I do not see your comment. Isaac, could you repeat your comment? I did not see your comment. I don't know what happened. Let me continue talking. Yeah, Panaru, this message for you, the leaders of Panaru community and the leaders of Alor and all our citizens of Ruweng State. What will be next after the government has agreed that the number of the issues of 32 states will be put for referendum? What are you doing now? You know, last time when we bought out from Sudan, there were people who were bought for Unite Sudan. Even in Jonglei itself, Jonglei said when the result came out, over 1,000 people in Jonglei were bought for unity of Sudan. But in most areas, especially in Rumbek, nobody, no even single vote for Unite Sudan. And in Ruweng, he said nobody vote to unite Sudan. We were voting to separate South Sudan. The same thing to this referendum is going to come. Kaikuweu kita ban within Panaru. Kaikuweu kita ban within Ruweng, within Alor Kurukwat. These people are there quite believe vote to go back to unity state, because these people, they know if they are in Panaru, they will never get what they want. These people, they will know if they live in Alor, they will not get what they want. We will get people like that who will vote for us to go back to unity state. And that is why I'm saying it is time now for you, the Ruweng people, wherever you are, we are going to vote no return back to unity state. And we have to have a plan B. If plan A, it doesn't work, there will be a choice that we should make as a community. And I said it last time on my other video. If the government is not on our side, if the government of South Sudan is not on our side, we as a community, we have a right to say what we want. As community, the government will not do anything to us. We should tell the government of South Sudan, if you want us to go back to unity state, we have to, our people who were killed 1991 in 2013, and the continuation of the life loss in our state should be compensated. Number one, te wa koi de ta shul para ru wa koi pingen. Number one, koi wan ti ka knock 1991, in 2013, 2016 kuja koi ngodi ka nake ngod nwe ka nake. They have to be compensated first. They have to be compensated first. That is one choice. That one choice. Choice number two, if the government is not on our side, we will choose to be an independent state without authority from the Nuer. We should be independent. Because the reason why we were asking for a state of our own is this torturing. Our people were being torturing and nobody saying anything. The authority has never said anything. And even when Ulal Weda, what be a man well okay unity said, ten pan here she quite die Junubin. Take a die, take a when they die, capiot, catch your die, can ne unity said or na kini chak bi actual unity said na chi actual ruweng he said because wane okay chidung koye o nyina spiela mas spiele okay chidung kunwer banti uben gola do abi ben koy banti chidon will again aspiela mas spiele yake chi ya rebel during ring machar tore no wede tore during John Garang banti ukum echi rebel against John Garang. So wale ko ben ko pani ye ko ye yije in kwanchuk na kini ya shol unity state na chi ya shol ruweng state. But I can politician kwan che content gonna be read because koi kwan wan eta bange la ko e ke la ko Khartoum chuman the first minister era ni chol mi jong de ko go e la ke ko Khartoum ko ta pari nge ke wanen ta ban ala lui labing ko ta pi chumal Sudan ko wonte ku ji sori a chan bi ga ben taw akuma the unity tedi ko wonte chin gi bi kwen ichiro loy panaru ko won chin gi bi kwen ken ichiro loy ko ka lor nga walen mi jong ko go len en ba chumal Sudan era anun ku ji sori ka ichiro loy farien daman tong ku ke ko wan ko ngode ke priman ko wan tar bai koy wan to kor yomi koy wan to mor ade koy to pari ngten ke ta bange wan kule kuru koy to jur koy wonte ku jisori ku ke lier yi koy ke pana ru era andang ne gitin kende balius kurana pana ru a cha ke ting de balius kunale jage la bayra nun te da outside ki japanun jo ben yong ku jo panun jo ben tuomnum chuma ka wana ayo kene ayo wan kene ko ka paru ka che ko wonte ide yelo la ka no ko ya chi ka wan e kem gen ra roi ga ran ngai tor ga ran wan lekin ai ben pol le ka che ga nuen bi ko ke ayo ena chien ben pol wat ne pa na ru ngai tor wan daman wan tiji da duot because ko wan chiti da dualo ke insult ni ko wan jator min 1991 min oluyo isolated until 2005 wan achira ni cho tiji da duat achim nam ben bad history da wa people kulel gal ga ko la arian ga ayo ku ayo e chol brigade now on fen ba jal brigade ke ba chol nyagat now on fen ba jal nyagat ke ba chol tim now on fen jal tim ke ba chol ayo our son he tiji da duat he didn't know the history of rebellion. He didn't know it. The same thing one be tiji. I mean one be tam ni micha ben kenyal. E kai we would gal ke la I will loy represent. Kwa chatting one pirumbek. Kwa chatting one rumbek chol mayai. Achi ko gurum beg belu na teme na makin nako because I hear kede ayo en nguda aga amuk long time ago agare kere community ka lu defend ku jora alwel ga le yin ba ga be la lo represent yan ga ayo achi be le chol ma yai ku la chol tong ma yai chi ko ga ga be le le yin ju wi kwai be le ga tulpa mato wara chi ko community be le ga yin ju wi kira na ayo kwen ga wan changen mending yitet ken de ayo chi ben gam ke no kwen ga wan anwe lar ko wak fa na ru kule la ki chag lo ake wrong because ayo kino kon defeat actually bi rian ga buka jo ben ga yitet ku jale le o ge ayo wo ken ko da ayo ko wan anwe lar kan that mistake kwen mistake man na ngor ki chat that mistake na ngor ki chat en ga ken ta ban cha la yene ran bi gabna bi ya lui lobbying bi gabna dun bi ya kwa kuna le en kwa ke ran ku ji tori da fana ru na le en kwa ke ran ku ji tori da lor ti man wan na ne le we a lor wan a lor ga ipol ya ge de run ge bet ki ci ra re bai ke bu ko dom nuer batiu nuer bul the same nuer of Trabande guy the same nuer of Ringmacha le batoru ngal bien jonye no wed that a lor ke kin polygon wona ne biemnam kin polygon because of nuer ke the same nuer ke ga lui we claim ke the same nuer ke jaman gal tong nuna chi bia lwel in the parliament ke the same nuer ke politician kune ke we la ai we ku we ku ye chap ama ku citizen we ki right back jam citizen adeg power than politician. Community leaders adeg power. Chimana community leaders kapana Ruben when in a 12 section. Kulel kiara an kana chu wit na beben yin bung nok. Kachine le yin tin paru achi koy ko nok on bul koy on jula wanam. Achi paru ka ben tamre du ka mitken. Koy on nak bulengan kujen. ke because anega jula bai so ra a leader elwel bi oga la banti a leader ken la de midia no ki ba wena ma kanaki a leader elwel bi ko ya la community dem bi oga lwel bi og do community that tar ku jawo ga felten ran ken ko wena ma wak fa na ru kanaki and I will never ask you anything. People like that. Are you community are their values? Community are their values. Lakini okulela values da buga la yin koiko. Why? Why? Kimano oga jayong kiman we gen ping didi. Ruwen ke nam diak ade pa na ru kwa lor ku pawen. Ata pawen jogi no. Pan pawen man ko chi kitatin. Man jia mogo. Because I chike loy hosi pan na chi rebel la chi la nyutin. Kurane rebel la chi rana tar. Ata rebel ka mana reg unku ke pan pawen. Ku pawen yakin gi gat. Ku ayo ke chala re pan den mari ayo pari ang ne ayo re pari ang den etaba le wona ni chala Jonathan Wuling enge ke re unku ke ayo ka ti chi wa ge ni jongi wa pana ru we ge ko ke jo duong eta ban den ga ne ke chala re ge ko ke pan chini ayo wa chi le bi ayo bi ala station in their land. Achira de loy elo loy no pin na mene ten panun ngokine ke la jongale ku jongale wane ne chi rebel ne chet baktin ngokine ke loy station bi jongale wa panaro ngokine ke loy station pi buma state ngokine ke loy station pan yi main tuil ku ka ginwar ko man ke la station pariang because oga chiran jam oga chin intellectual jam oga chin leader jam oga chin diar jam kelwe la bi kir me ya jo agwel bi ja lego ku kir me ya che ban da e ban ni jinu ben we ga ke tidi e ngoke ayo ke gre unku kwa de ko je ritual politician o lo represent atog MPs atog jiboten e nge ayo ke la re unku. Could somebody will tell me that? Because then young lady said I chick a gum because in a io the nue I hear io the jing. Ninga io the jing in the right area the jing. Ninga io the nue you need to stay in io the nue. Querolo no able but other community be a low station in other community. Erolo dia junubin where that happening. Kwaio majority of Io are son of Nuer, and the Nuer are rejecting them. They don't want them to be in their place. Kukage kegyo bengam, timan jogere unku for what? E planning ita bandenga we faru wedika lwela ngo kwachie wedan gubrio chechagi and jo be temrul wadan kan mi temrul kicha lwel from today. Kichalwela ngara agwem and chitara lamu because ke kinelo iban politician kwa ekrudio ke chin balis ekrudio ke ko len they are not human being either e ko len ku Kujunu Sudan wan ke tar kichin wiu chiga dom until 2006 na jo we galpi na jo we gal dumpi Junu Sudan ko wan ke pa na tar garga kichira ni dom wiu Katabana shall be a decision making. No, all the time Taban is somebody who running after our citizen to lobbying to find who will do a good job for his favor. Taban must stop doing things like that. Taban need to leave us alone. And you, the community of Anaru, the community of Alor, Taban Dengai will never be allowed to food his food in Pariang land until he give an apology of what he has been a part of it in 1991, and then he has been a part of it in 2013, and he has been a part of it in 2016. Taban Dengai need to be made accountable for this killing of our innocent people. People who were killed in Bantu. People were killed in Bantu because they are Denga. People were killed in Ajade, Riangtar, Pana Nichola Ajade, Padimdim. 36 women were killed, including Tinga Young Cholakot. Lubebe, by the way, Nimafaru in general. Kitabanichi Lui accountable. And Gawan Luela Bilo, I don't want to see Taban Achila Paria. Quite a well one away, quite good to keep Anna Ruben the Chenilie. Kupa Rua number the Kakino in the past. Quite good, take the responsibility back to Taban guy, Lakian, Tabana Chaka will be banned Paria. To be with your lad, Abu with your lad, the Buang knock while a Bua lap on there. Because that they wouldn't all be view, could allow one child knee, could allow one child quack, what ye lear, who can get no can knock all the time. What ye lear, who can what with that taban, when you lead that don't go will. Taban a check when you lead that don't go quite, lead that don't be land of quack below protected, land of knee below protected, land of view below protected, leader that taban go quite a leader go will. And that's why anyway, in our continue, our people question statement. Chiman wale ko kidding. Wale ko tweet wale ko lui mother. The command of the ground post then wall she been invited. Ku governor beta Mantwil she been invited. Governor beta Southern League she been invited. Ku governor beta Gogrial I been invited. Ku governor beta Twitch I been invited. Ku governor beta Ruang I been one kin lo invited. Ku le gala binde na kin kwany. Ku deputy governor get of Mabengalang would have been invited to go there because kala ke discuss e kagi insecurity. Ku koi wan ke knock a pay during this time e koi ke pari ang ujala koi ka lor. Chuman wan koi ke the teme ke nake 1 month. Ku be koi ri nyokoi koke the tem nyoke nak. PBM number 10. Kuwan le ko jam ke peace achira nan jibelo. E because leader they all represent, actually leader they all represent for the sake of community. I all represent for the interest of Nuer and for the interest of money. Lebator tor ne kacha kalwel toru tor dera ani chilawan. Dera ani chilawan. To toranen kilwe commenten kulwele katur agwa ngai non toranen kweke we one because we ga leaders they speak up again it's kunjiloi and the government of Kirmayari was wrong. Bia 3 governors 4 governors kegelo ku governor when enjoy a lot of challenges in paid a1 kitchen ra la boy the lawyer for them. So my people of Anaru wan ke lui defend ko ki sibu we ku Junub Sudan ko wan tarbariang rana kin mende kin sibu we ku Junub Sudan rana namde rana yende kin sibu we ku Junub Sudan ku kin sargi wan e bay na sargi e che bay de kir mayadi ke bay na sargi a chan chi mit chi gak bunok a chan chi dia chi gak bului rep en ga wan ne mit ko koryom e ke to kwen to mit ke mor kwento mit ke kaduk kwento mit ke dal kwento mit ke insijar kwento mit ke intipada because of land leadership of SPLM ja number 2 and number 2 choice like number 1 choice to protect our family and here quite third one we paru ke ban special way where one boko room paru walu and defend ga chi lui defend because of opposition chi lui defend because of we lui defend because of land and because of family Eluyen defend. To the Chiran Gumiet, a Yinjiban Quine be a governor, a chess support Bina Mabat. Command the China Pom governor, a chess support be a locunyut, Kuja Kamping a queen, Kuyinja Kawatong, Inja looping, Ukake Luel Ekawina again is your own community. Ketan Gija former leader for what? To join a former leader of that community. Former leader for that community, you have right to talk. Kawanega Tinga correct. Former leaders kwan paru ama former leaders ka lor kala ben jiba chimana reki jiba achira ante joping kreba farien after chi en nyai bani e jiba ne ko bere ku kanga jaga kwen kwa chi ke lui respond kanga jaga kwen kwa chi ke a part of the community achan go ko you have to make a decision e yene ngoken e correct. Ladim taban ke this man uke this woon kwene tan ran ben wo yi jiten pana ru ama lor ran wo gi ben ni this mo ku ni this wu achira le biya lo ke ran ti this bai pane ene ran pet o ene raril tig ben ge didraril tig ben ne didral yoy pin namben aka jeran ji di no ne ran bi ko ja ko je ko le la ken ga gulida akurano ne ran da ka che gulida lazim buke ga a yog leader they walk la highway. We don't want you in that position tino la highway. Kwa je le go wen wo ko wan boko sum paru ay ko contemporary ko kero ko ji ye jula bible damana no koryom kwa chira anta ba ben yida yeran ko wala yeran da nik wala yeran dia wala yeran da gañ wala yeran ngi wala yeran buga bol wala yeran buga da ngaw wala yeran tung diak wala yeran pallay wala yeran koy go ke isari hata wato hey isari I have not make it up ko jay ke nogon ko kero ko ji jula wanam e jula baya chan bi je ke pana ru be ke ben nok u betal gar ke fa ru bi jur ke ben jat. So this strategy that which by work remind work pana ruda and the leader the elwe buga chol ko kwai nwe chuk nwere ko dit ko nok nwere ho ko pe ko the leader the elwe big kene alo fa ru ke naki ke ben chagana my brother kuloe ki chide ken naki and I will never open my mouth. I will never open my mouth. Why you kill him? Tera ne no bi ye krino en bi no ga muk kwa chi wi bo ga muk ken fa ru kwa chi wi bo ga muk ken alor kwa chi wi bo ga muk ri an gi junu Sudan ke ran kan naki and then an chetong ni na chablip. Sorry guys. Kwa chak ping kulan there's some South Sudanese ao challenge ko ke padang alwela we padang agilwe ngan mu we gala kwerut ran mu kuduna la kwen lazim baga ben yal ku kwen gi ko wonte alwele kwen label national ku kwen gi kwen label state ku kwen gi some South Sudanese were challenging us as padang people alwela la chimana kedo oil kana na ko kwana ku kai ko chi ge jam kedo oil. Somebody told me that way kashi agilwele barga dal ben ajam kedo oil en wen ben ajam kedo oil e we ko wonte nego oil ke ko wonto oil by pandu we ga de rai baga kuma de la criticism or bag local authority bag de la criticism because they were mean goodbye. That statement was 100% correct. Ken Kahneman, our politician, our intellectual, they are not going together. In act Temden with Temden, Mukora and Ngako, where Ben Louis shortcut agola kwangi ban. Kuta in jola kwany a shortcut. Ki community chin trust in you. Ke jo yoga ngobile lo cheap. Achira lebila lu ga yin. La de community bi ina ngi yine nga ine ran. Chiman wan did yen, man wan did party angane. E para on chi and did in. E party and chi and did in. De pan pay chi and did bi junub. Ku chak beti wan de chabi ruwen ki lui protest aliu. Chak ting de ko ruwen ki lui protest bi jiba aliu. Kele na lui ku protest ko bia kuma kanok. Ma na kuma nagwe ya jamana. Ni nagwe. Ago pin nam jo ting we chika nok because we ga lui protest. So it's true that the man wan chi this kan ka support wan be lui printed. Ku lui ko protest ago ko ki pin nam go ki ting. Nang nag wo yo la nagen ko. Lakin our intellectual kujala ban ko we ko na la eta ban ga la kwa nga they don't care. Ngandi the man they did. When ngandi the man check chuk. When ngandi the man liwin they don't care. Ke ga care we ken. Kulela ke bar ga dal na bijo be lui protest kada. Kwa la ke bor ni bijo be lui protest kada. Kwa la ke ake murale ka nywa. No, you have to be the first. Kubuka kogin begin your support. Engan kine chimanon pi jongale on le 36% abagam ayo. Kaki jongale beti ngone ke loy protest pi South Sudan in jongale. Ke loy protest gulel ga rieng machar. Achugu wich bi bagam 6% of apna resources because rieng machar na go 1991. Engan kiden tingo loy ko gi jongo loy protest ku ci akuma de ki ji kabela moy no ci akuma de rebel ji kabela moy no kiyen ko kuon elu e bu ko jare pat ku ke o ga to ci mane ke be ko lu complain elu e la ko ya duki tani set e because ci en ting ruwe ngai de yitet e because ci en ting tandrol na la ya yitet because yen ting northern apana ya ite du ka be ga pada in ga lui supporters of ring macha lui ka sabotage kula la ko ya du ki tanite o ka tanite wari waktin e yen yeta bande ngai enen 2% of oil enen end up kwa chin message pa loy barrier enen 2% of oil enen end up kwa chin message pa loy pi biernam enen 2% of oil enen end up kwa chin message pa ji ga yipi bantiu ko ta utani state. Okay, Tani said one and be 75 people. Bigger we ban qual 40 million and jigam Junub Sudan. Tani said and qual we within 175 members of the SPLM were acute. Tani said we will get she qual one a time of 32 he said. And you tell us you go take us back to Tani said he'll know. Tani said one and I get ring machar. Ring machar was rebel ke Tani said and talked him. Tani said and nye itabande nga chanbra nang ba yin chan because one third Junub Sudan ke third because of the democracy. I can today in me abang tomorrow somebody else. Now one nye itaban and I can man got. Okay, Tani said and talked him. And now you telling us that we go to Tani said and we'll be Tani said a lawyer. You should ask this question to the supporters of IO or those who are against the 32 state. What I'm mentioning here, the loss of 40 million, we were in 10 state. The rebellion of Riek Machar, we were in 10 state. So ran bien gam gulela and do holy state. Kin michi ralo on the pale. Because the lane on the pale and on the yoy. It's only you. If you go on a pale, take a pale thing. If you go accept it to go all state. Kin Michira Angela on a pale. That is my analysis to analyze this. Because I know what Chikichitani said, you know going on. Tabandengai lazim bidhi loy warning across South Sudan. Taban Denga need to give us an apology as people of Ruang. And then after that, the people of South Sudan. Chiman wa let Taban by, but how you buy president? Kwe pani yo ide koi nim nam. If Junubin were having brain like my brain, Taban Denga would have not be appointed as a by president. Because Taban is a killer. And Taban is not uniting the Nuer. When he came back to the government, you see now he's not uniting the Nuer. He's dividing the Nuer. Kujunubin oga ben biat kulela Taban ene ran piat. Akene ran menwer la bani. Ene reason again. Kunan benwer ben divided. Nobody was that concerned. And I said it. I said Kirmayadit ka bela chitai. Ka cheta ban and be ben gambiara and Iowa one. Naturally wait. Wang nwer ba ki another Taban. Because ada another Taban within the Nuer. Kiyan Junubin I ben biat achanen betaban betaw achana go Nuer la loy destroy. Chimane they peace among the Nuer themselves? You can asking me that question. They peace? No. So to my people of Ruang, you can never go back to the womb of your mother, the key in this. And de ko je lwel gala en dong na ma ya to be no to ben ko be la loy to medet a chiro be lew na na wan bi dog mo ya lazim bu ko ya ko on the fact but no be la lek tit for tat be a leng no because ke ga human being ato lwel ki ko ya ta ko nyok to e tangon kin to ke kwa chin ki loy. They've been with us in these years with war. They are switching in, switch out, switching in, switch out, switching in, switch out. And then Kishinwa you're there right. Chinwer, no to Joko Jam in the parliament. Could I teach a question? Yeah, this question, yeah, teach to all South Sudanese, and then Kishinwa, you're there right. Le big again, I'll like a ride and be Junubi Lui. One, Kaka Koji, you quite like you Mal Sudan, Kuduku Koi Nimchin. Le Koi Mal Sudan, Kuduku Koi Nimchin. Majority of rebel from the Nuer community. One. And then the chicken you're there right. Na chi Junuba Sudan kuchi independent yuk kenwe kene jam gal keden na bi koy lui. Ukega ya koy la wan gal bu koy duki mal Sudan. Kia the time this motherfucker ring machar. Kia ya koy dong nim chu mal Sudan. This is the same ring machar. So the here well Junuba Sudan abumoke here country. Let go for it. Because the here idea of one tribe chikoi jwechala to 1992 engan kuje ya Junubit te to in Pichumal Sudan. One chiring me chachena split away from John Garang. How many people chi jurke knock Pijiba? Because of ring machar. One chi power but aspialam chena weak because of ring machar. One chiring machar chenwed but apena leben chenen 10 on his side. One chenwe but bantu chenen 10 on his side. Kulenam loy again John Garang e monjang on kujen chiman monjing wan chikaga oje wu de yu ne Garang mabur nyandeng chola tim. Kai wan e rula mad ring macha kulel ga kade kidi ring macha loy uga ring macha wan ene ya again John Garang na wan when nyandeng mabur kwera de nam nyit ka chille wan ring macha gam te chagan ja ring macha ne banji dong bi Junub Sudan a chille bila on ring macha side te chagan ba political era an kit amyo kien wan I long lo ring macha side imane ngochi ring macha lo keep the same government wan e lo ka chia government ene bega duksin the same government of Kir Mayadi. The same government wan e ring machar e kon when John Garang kulechu mal Sudan kulechu mal Sudan now ene jam ga le Junubi na chin nimrai e ko ja chigi de 32 he said right then joto no rai wan e ka switch out moinwer if you are moinwer here where is your right wan when you the Nuer supporting the rebellion going to Umar Bashir coming back to John Garang going back to Umar Bashir, where you are right now, the right that you want to be against the right of South Sudanese people. And it's the people who were defending South Sudan territory. Especially the people of Padang. The people of Padang were within the region, supporting the movement of John Garang. And now you're telling us that you don't want our right? Even Kawaja Mabur will never agree with you if we really go and sit and represent our complaint in front of Kawaja. Kawaja will never agree with you. Kawaja only be jogam gagunwer. Chimani the 32 he said, I share kiri my yadit. Kwa share ring my child. Kiri junubin wane ka jaba tor. This is what our compensation. Koi kuan jito. Koi kuan jito any compensation then gan. Akoi winchi said then me jo log loy. Kai shibe a kwen akuma. Ashibe a kwen akuma the Junubu Sudan. Kabija community chitu an twirl. Legi geographical chimana wogo koi kaparian. Ke og la yin ulaya wan ka ke dia number 1 og ke loy mistreated p noir majority in Bantu. Number 2 our geographically achira ran kamda lubi bi jolwe la ran kana bila mat ku bila yino ale bilo lo bila mat jubal nuba kene ran lubi yugo. We don't have a geographical of Nuer. We don't have a geographical on with other tribes. We have a border with Chuluk in Twinja, all the way there. And we have a border with Southern Kordofan. That's why a geographical of Ruweng, he said, one tribe, because of one tribe. Agulwel Abu Gwelinga, who can nyali jente ogoten. Agulwel Abu Gwelinga, wakaje alwel galange Ruweng yin ulaya, wakeke koitok. Because they're geographical, kuketi de pani titku, etitku ok. Achira anitini no. One third ko yakin gochi garang mabiyo troch bi wogben a loy reinforcement e ogotar wapach o wachi ben mida loy mabalai mizunte majawak achugo ben a mabalai suman kwana ga chol wani ben chaga ke chol monjang ko wani ben chaga ke chol tidwen e midi ya majawak ai ga ben mabalai kule wek ba adom Nuer laki jeje bag by defend kwe mene tingo pi Junubu Sudan le bija again the ke chuk to chimana ngo le bagam bi mon bor bi le kuduna chei bi mon bar ga dalu le kuduna chei wan nge kida yayi wa lu ro defend before independent ama before referendum ama before CPA o chiro lu defend wa pa as fiele yo entaparian wo jaga ti wo ko je choli jam nonsense. As fiele chi jo la ye jenyi government as fiele o emi gba on rola kwali joko emi gba on la jalaje de la jal blunal emi gba on la jal bargadal emi gba on la jal bor ku bogu jakirut collect ku jakire ba jakfa nenti until 2006 wan jo gwon ma cherek jo la parian ene te jo jen mit ko pan pe I jo ko la parian legin ti de o gati den o gati den achin men angwala to in that land e mit ko panaru men angwala achin la biog la ti daliu e o wapa until 2006 one chipi jo sign between John Garang and woman and a jo join interrogation jola ku join interrogation achi o gule ke ti do panaru ama ruwe ke e between Junubu Sudan ku jala Chimal Sudan ke jeyna kuma jenjiliap so we leader de jambi Junubu Sudan leader de jam elwe le gala ruwe nga chin right elwe South Sudan will survive. Take you over to Araban. Take you over to Araban. Take you over to Arab. Quarter border in ten. Ogo Panaru. Kujala a will. Malwalagarian. Take you over to Tanjuruan. Take you over to Tanjur. Ningachin Nachin CPH ben. Ninga too complicated. Nachin CPH ben. Take you over to Tanjur. O quite a border in Malwalagarian. Panaru, who jala koi ga pana yulit. te ki oro ton jurwan na chin CPA ki ben ya junubin yi ja wujbi ya lwe bira na ping te ki oro ton jurwan ni CPA kin ben ne kada ai shir kiri ya biai ku jala bulunal rane lwe ki yi biya kwen ki biya ping area du lakini an ngora agwam abaya kit aning de men fa rude pyo abaya game kine alwel ral bien a join ki lwel kene ida cha lwel wed to ngien wed lwel a che ping ne ke riak du kene kataban den ga che le bo ya kwen leader en ja nga en taban ku we ne ka koy biet pyo ga e we ko oyel la tok pa riang oyel la tok abi oyel la tok malut e ka we ko wan ka taban ke collect ku ja tin chir ki de ki di to ka taban ko ngukinen panden gui te wagen tin de ki di to gen panden wan ni chola rupkana nguchi taban lo tin den apari yang da do na ngwen pari yang na ngwen pal ko wan chagen pol bi timen yepin bi rani wan to pi kedeng pi wan da lo bi yepin ben ku ja le la ka de ki di bi taban chom tin taban chi a lot of crime chi ga loy aning de mit ka paru chi gat ku de mit ka paru bin ya le mo ka pir ka taban abla in the court because I team go wan da lo ai ga yapin ai dispossession na chi loy kwa chi ran chen fi taban chi lu move in the land ki chi ran chi loy consult is a leadership one in the path and he and yin pin ke the leadership of the path and a little bit e ke yin taban pin na ye ke bi paru ke bi la ma kamano ku bi jola le nge individual ke taban yin pin taban bi nyin ben yo ki manen jo jam ke pin jo klem ku le ke pin je kin dor je kin rar kwa ci ben cha ku le ke chol dwal jang en wan da lwel a problem ngene a che problem le bo ben yin edi ko la jal bai a problem de ko kuok ku ko nge ku I mean ko nge ku ko bi yo de ki lo handle peacefully either below by post or below through court because de ko je nwe ke nok ko rum nwe pin den ku ke jo biet kwa le bi kir ma yarit abi lwel kwa le ka bi ko ta er abi lwel okay chol jam ji man ok chol jam de mo ben be ran tar e because of you e ngok le ba jo kwen are pa na America al bari pa na America and good be cool be so ni ben ka ren a chin gede an chop kwe ke an yo chol jam e because of you my people back home because you community ade values kuna lu elenten a chira en cha appreciate e lu ke da len chimiel anoni aja miel sene kam ye na ding ni deran wuj babai messenger ki legi yen ba yibai messenger de deran de ku wuj ben martin na chira ande ki bi ben luel ke let me see but na ran wuj babai messenger ki chola no messenger ki legi yen make comment messenger because Facebook a chi loy kren Facebook a chi war ja ka shira no be bai en kan mene pi jiba ra la na padang ku chi lo hoteli ke hotel ra la tawtin ide ra na bo ulai wala ra na bo ku bende consultation loy ke la ta hotel de we ku 500 pound ku ninga mon bor wal ninga mon nuer wal ninga mon bargadal ke la ta hotel un bi $120 bi en trapping per night ke lo jibo hotel akuma de ki kne lawyer because government official ko je jale iter ko badangi teyeke la taj a che de wende ran wende wo yol bay panden a chi ende la taj ku koy wen chi wo yol la bay panden ke yo loy consider apiat kuna le luel ku yeten ku le yi ngo ka len jimiol emiol da na buk yo muk ninge miol le ne ko jimiol ku ba chokwi ka buk chokwi legin an kin miol kin miol tung ta ado e kedeng an a patriot kwan a nationalist. Yeah, people, I cannot see your name. Comment. Mi jong don't wait. Trojan keren. Trojan a messenger. Messenger. Channel kake will galde ku juben will. Trojan messenger turn and then by each one. Mi jong don't wait. Where are you? Mi jong don't wait. Mi jong don't wait. Let me see you. Where are you? Make a Trojan messenger. I go loy pull out. Mi jong don't wait. Where are you? Oh, kalat manjik Trojan. Mi jong don't wait. Akachi. Mi jong don't wait. Where are you? So yeah, an ngor ka jam werke. An ngor ka jam. Ni de ko je ben jo pingu jakla loy summarize. You are welcome to go and summarize it whatever. Kwen mi tikin ka widar biya yin ko ka kuma. Ko win ka kuma du lai bigaping. Ko win ka kuma de junu bigaping. Because I'm not here and charitable. And a patriot, and a supporter of SPLM. Kuninga SPLM be by riok, kun che oga agree, and they right kuba akuma de ki below criticism. There is a time Lubana Madwa Kuma, with the time Lubana disagree oga kuma. Chiman are weaknesses in the leadership of Kin Mayadit. Kwa chugla ilwel wan akuma kucha kuma kwenye lo accountable to live accountability kana shibi ya country lazima kwa mioja accountability chimana when wan mo nwer wan chinya koko wan chi ene kani ngotit ka bi je ni junu biya lo di chiran gat kula ben o di china wai lo ku yin chi yin de renku kula yidom lazima mi la ma bi la biya moton because ene punishment ni je kan aka wan chi loy general wan tiog ade ko loy celebration gala ya ke because of nwer no. This is the way that lazima accountability bi jog de ayin tira ne denga kula gat kula ben kula layinu ben pol because e denga ke gamu kuma ki kelwe diken kwene ko an chu rande yaja lir chol malonga wan because chi malonga wan welon galti leran gat kula ben ke rutba wan jel ke yin en bin bena doktin na wan malonga wan chi ben la de lir en barga del e ke pya de lir en ga wan chenen ben bela pol gulu le ka be gaden malonga wan ko en ke no ku chien luye kapelu ke pota achibu ko bi junu Sudan because da yira na biya gat kule ron mio kule ben galan biya general ko en mane renga ga chi we wa dom bi junu Sudan ku koy wan ja ba tor min yi chel 1 chel 2 chel 3 chel chel 1 chel 2 chel 3 chel 4 chel 5 chel 6 rana ngor kre sagit kina general rana ngor kre kina brigadier kurane ke we yesterday kule ben gi brigadier kuba ku joda mo we ko brigadier kurana no go ke we min ge 83 angor kre e kene e fe e kene ke weakness beta leadership of South Sudan weakness with the leadership of the national arm, because national arm lazim midel ganun gerot akwan chin lo kulle a continue there ki Junub Sudan abeloy respect by their own citizen, because they their own citizen ka we be country lo destroy ku jale la ke kawaja one en ci koy kon biak fi Junub Sudan uke wege ran chala la ro mio rut ba eto ki ci gat ku ba ku jata wi jeji ku le la ake general o ke brigadier uke ran kay we wante ci mane wo go koy ga pari e koy ko ci ga jwa ga koy ga di kwen gi won jale go o go ti tung tok minon min e di tri kitit ku ko mi ga bay ci man wan koy wan ga nok pari a chira an nok e ran gi bila det ran nok e ran gi bila det min 1990 min 1983 until 2006 a chira an e nok e ran gi bila det ya mi ga paru da biya ran unu ko ran unu nge ran unu buga dangaw o ran agany ran palay ran tungdiak ran bibiuk ran agany kage koy wani ga nokan achira ne ye lu report ki ye ran gi bila de chiman wani jan das fiella mas fiella wanto pi Equatoria jan nan wanto pi Equatoria e gabel maklibin today albi nok emon bargadal ko mon bargadal no ablo ke mon ton lo ke mon agar lakin wan pariang de ko chir ka ke ye kwen e mit ka ba e ben ke nok wan ter ko ji tong jur tong ni wan loy rot pi we dongot tong ni don loy rot pi pariang tong ni don loy kwer kren on ni chol to an ni chol kren biem na loy e mit ka ba kuninga pana ruta ba wan libi ku e pana ruta jura na libi ku ci man warwa la di jur yi teji da duat yi tam ni micha yi mayel kura ko yi en ran woni cho loren mabok ala bi ga ku ga they don't know them. That's why their leadership in which below abuse, because their leadership I share the interest that are ban their leadership ban I share the interest that are ban share the interest that are ban share the interest that are ban kuna share the leadership interest the share the ruin aliu ya manjik inshallah manjik in jashon
no kuna ngo
ay manjik in bijam ten in batawi speaker in bijam achana kin video baloy kwa big upping ko dai ka wedon wij belwel
ai kin mai kala ban ka dangan ti yin kai dinga kalle dinga kalle ka no jam ba da kin mai kala
ai wa ko pingane ban manje kan jam ne ban bita umbrella bita pana rupi Canada pana rupi Australia pana rupi US yen so de ka na ping taw gen ping ko loy ki like achana go ba chola jam ku loy ki like te wa gen ping li ya wi bi mitide ben ke loyal kan bi loy seconded or bi loy condemn ke ya loyal kan yen manje jam ti ke non big pingron
ai wa bios tama chi ka danga na gam ro le dori okay ai chi ke ja okay in pengan mu jabuna
yes ina ping ko ke ti non ping yi
yeah ba ke ti ja bios what ke mo I greet you all did you hear me? If you hear my boy clear, just sum up there and the host show will let me know. But anyway,
yeah, egi yin ping ajam, egi yin ping.
I could tell ran ba in ba kon le yin abuna ngodo ku. Show chin ben chaba nyala man tin kana. Wa yen ko mis kruweng. Kapya no book nin kat penya pya da kalorot kalot fi Junub Sudan take which our attention bugunim dia tapin ku bugunim ta kinapya o mi kruwengo a chanen pa ni chol jinu Sudan ku lew ku do ku ci ku do kwancho ga kira na yin a kira na mataji yin akada logi ka wendu o fe zama na kenan ku ja ku mun jinu ke wa kenan ku ja bayin ba ke bar ke ti man tin ko na ne ko ke how long ban ke job o me yan yes how long bi o job o e kadango kan ni kiri kan loel e kan o peinen kan jalwel bi kiri me ya job e wona bi bayin ba bi job e ko nyu kwen ka diri jo chali ite da ci ye ko ka ben ga wonta ne ga ti mi ko an ga ruwe ga ben wen wada son and daughters wen ka ruwe kadang ne ga jaba lo la kija ku mur junu Sudan kiji kiri mi ya wona president of South Sudan ki lo yo mu ti jo ba don we ti chok yo da state kwa kan awuja wa collective responsibility ko yami ka bai a chani ka again book dia lu chin tok ku book na gogo na lu en gu nga ga di ku nga ga book dia pol ku book ra na bai era ne gutin era ne capable wada ce wani mo wala era anteno kidiman wan gogo ngi wor ka pana ru ko la wor ka biyam ade wunti ne ku for example ni ja go jode pa na ru te chagan ba mi ay diu ene the ladwood kaga pale wala da tungia ku kan de randi ga gutin kede bi kwanyo ko mi kruwen eran kana bi ku ko ne sai bi nam to wun ko ku chugu bu lui na nen gwa ku ne gadi ako bu ga lui ran wune capable rande ka won bi bai ti janen tiye man tin kana pari nga jagwa medina bene ibun kwen rani tol ngadu kuwen ran wana ga pinga chol tong de pinyon gudi wani gwa tong de pinyon gudi tanti gudi pari nga ba ga ko dun ogo cheto ko bantu pari an kai ngadan awal bidaya ogo ye kada ni chol ngadan ogo ye midiriya ke referendum district aye ka ta ga de 21 district ta joga district to ko bantu no kibala kurto no kela kurto pan ubegula barga dal ku jakol bala dogala ni te to under the one district to go lauta go de district ina de kan won ta ban wara ni to tong ne pin wana pin ka ci gudi kwa cha an ti bijo bala di te le kenan ko jinen on gudi yeni pan ngara pari anga bat kidi cho ba ben mi ban gwa tong ne pin gudi ka waji ya cho tong ne pin rere en ba ten ke re ki yelu ke ra ki takal ran mu ko de ban ku jola ka jwaje ban bita ko pari an kai midiriya wuji represent district wa ka chaga ko non ta take ga ko na ka de 21 district can support our politician when ka ga kwaje elders beta only when a politician big dia la clear our kulela wo we were independent. We were in entity which is separate, independent from Bantu. Ne watch no yatok. The natural donunu beruwen or pana rubuga ruelaban buga la tokurupan gubekula ben. Kwagi chidekene kalago of ngadan. Kalago of representation. A chanachira and our boy Luel represent. Kwajun ta ban ka kwajera ne no yela ni buya kana I will lose my job ni buya kana kai an mata argate and this thing will not save us the ruined citizen guys. What we need to do pari to ajunu Sudan ke pan na bi nyele ku kwen kudu ti shin kudu kwen kin jala yugran ko ni ne kaju kudu kwen kin ta yugran ko ni to kirfa na tana pin ada kwe the wood ko kaji da fa jipin jimana na to ku ko wood bide ko kaji da fa do ku da yi ma ke yin mu da non chi lag la ho ya ko kwa tin wi no big log do en ga fa chi junu Sudan wa fa ni to junu Sudan wa tanda ito ruwen ko mi ka pa ru wo mi ka bim nam awi bugu nyilia badik politician ko kwanto jibo wala talk bai ka uke blame ga uke muru buga da go ko mi ka bai uke ya yena la de ci garan me biyo loyel wan uwe ya jamaa egwi alchi wata bile ba we control cha bujurana wo war bi jurana ye gwe e ka ja tawo de chin ye we e ka ku dangu gwana ko e ma ku ka ngana ka we kun ka bato ludan en chamju ku ka resource ku junu ko ga chamju ayi e chin we dom di ka ko dom ku la na we lo ka dom ku nya ko we le nu ga kaki kwa kar ni chin de ka ni wi te shi ta bande nga gwa ri la ka ci ko ja mi o ju we kidam we kwon ke kwa chen min ko ku ben betray a chan mi jo we mi jo hoda sai la nyu ko ran to ta bande nga a go jo la ben we na chan mi fa na bi ben destroy ngo jan yin de ko mani ci man ja ci ran to ta bande nga chen ke chan ba ma na ci ta dai ba tuom ko en ka piu politician kan wa lene hanga politician kaga churu da sai la ni ta ban ku ke ta ban ke kaga jo lo mu lo we ku ja gwi lang lo e kwagle ku lang lo e kwagle mun wana na pinga ka de lo ti gwi ti ko jam jang ai chong ku ke lo de pi ko lo de ta ban mun ni ja ki kan de lo de nga da jam jang pa ne ya ga ni ko go wonen ji en ja ko de ma ja ga ni ko go ki chi kan mun ni ki de lo ro ka ba ne ta ba pin wana jam jang na chi ena ci sada pet an la ba president ben wona wani kule ben ta bana kena ben lutin ngonen ga jari ci ga to do re man tin ga kwanda ka ban de nga min biyen ilen ben len do li ban ti walon pa ne di yen tin chol wit aki ko na tin chobbe aki ko an kaji e muru ta ban de nga bi ja business bi ka jo chol visiting bantu former unity state bi jo gol ruwen ana gene chirman on bi en fa delegation da riek ngore ki ya di fa from riek ngochi ban do ba da made da manon kema yono kuda ko ri gabna bita ruwen ogudai ayana da ti bi junuf ta ban ka ra de na long a chot ban jot kurwele how this thing come how this thing come a chanu pa ni cho ruwen be ka bawat when it's all ngadang baby, you could be young, I don't be I said. With this permanent problem with a man. This problem with a man a permanent problem. Nana Kijan Ping and Kichikan. Then Kijay and Gama Chanmita Band and Gabi visiting Ruing. Ukara another thing around Tricobala than Bella. Karan, a cock, a degakan, Ken Adam. Kekadan, Kepugle, can send me. Non twitch pi wa lirki ko pa na ka ke ga ke libi wi after band ngai ke ga ke lu welcome a charon on kwana na gabno bolan ji kwan melo ai kwan mel Nairobi ku ba ni nam ta ge be na ga teliki kwai ben welcome ke ta ban
hey man je kan ke too far ko wana 2004 di chung ye lo bo ko da wi me dani Iran cho yang min kren Iran cho ran on deputy cho on deputy me bengalang cho ma ni jwaj ku jala ran ma ne chipi cho melwal min ni e ka ga ben aja me ka lui lor kin organize ku bita ban bi chong lo fari ang 2004 video to ga yen kwa ji ben alwel gal bi aji ben alwel bi tadi matur bi waj farian tadi maturi ji ben waynen acin tadi maturi ji ben way ra manadam ji ben waji masuran e kedu kut fulu daw fi Canada kada no ci rat enay masur ben wajan masur ngod ko ga deg man ko ga ay duom lagin tadi masur on yeta ban ye ben le ko ye ben lagi me ben langu jala man joy gu jala mal wal min akin ga way
kwa ga ci de kanina buna ngo ka jam ga ci ga ko enji min cinen nge jo agui ta bande ngai ga ni chori mu cha wan TPA ke lazim nu buke chol pari yang bi da 3 country ku bim nam ka wan country anong de wan ben ngo chi ban lo wan chi sabotage chi ban lo a chi go ban block ku pari yang when a ruin county in a Chibana man into Kujola Biumnam. Ku can you imagine? Look at your 12 Kulan, geographical talking party and beyond one county. When I enjoy their county, if I had the father, you really can. It then Malu, quite a run, quite another. Quite another county, Senegal.
Akoga.
Akoga, yes. Kubuki did your child fan a rule, need a 12 clan. And with your banner, bank one county. Kwa yinga ni luan sabotage ka ya de ni ke yira ni cho Dr. Riek Machar ga ta ban de ngai da man on ki ka gwa man kana aka ga ye daga ye cham ya to ku ta ban ayir Riek Machar ni ta ga victim to Junub Sudan ga ta ban ne ga kan wari na bi ti man for example da man on ki ta ban cin wala relief e ga bana ki bi ena ki ma cha ka lu gwa ben jwa en ka go insecurity en ka go nor gol min bantiu ayana chi mi warka mo na chi ke gwa ben na go wa da man da ke mi jung na ga de en ke commissioner and I remember that the man da ke da man go umbrella to go ni chok o ti ba na ni la ni ko ja mi jung na ga de en ka da man da ki ta ban chen wara li from the governorship en a chi insecurity or go ben go right away tawali kwele kwa jiba will be December 13 ke na rab da ngai ka ingan kujen ara ni chota bande ngai ke akos lakini ya jamaa ni chukura ni chota bande ngai chukwen lui face ko mi kuruwen gachin bukti ngamana na won ku fa na chi stability achi ta fanda nan ran wanje na gwi le kin wi non te chagan ba wu ko yin yo engan ejak ga ma bi na tiek bidati te chagan ja wu ku je yin panti we are independent queen tara and the go ayin ji tieg luang ayin ji non bin chang wati ga lew kana an kana wu kana ka be ka dira ma du ka taga wu di di anen ga ta ban da ga jawo ga yo wan kulel ran gu en bru en ba bi biya ula ya ga ta tar buto ran kana ran le bi ko gam bi lo so yel de ni te ki yo ga ka an ko wun ti ya dia well, question can make an admiral direct to our politicians, which is those who are in Jibo and those who are in Ruwe. Can suppose big clear Kunolka in Bantaban, we know you have heard by president. But this time a chair right Machandala. For some reason they said and Baluela yen a China being 18 Kadang area and a ping along Kachilo. Kwa chi de kanira ani chon ngado ku te de mi kwan ruwen a chin ke ka tamo for example a cha go ti wan komban ma bana da pinga kam ya kuma da junub ka ai wo kura ka da ni chon swa wan ka da ta da tuyi ka ma kuma da junub sudan la jai ba da chi bana lo ele a wo komfar ma da ka ba ya 23 state 23 state for example when ka be ni rani chol man wala jawin ka wan chelo chowi achi bana luele la e kangon kenen ke jen nyo adu asiala mu ayo ka de twan parent yako manja pang wan chela gwe ke 23 state ke chot bala lo no chot bana yik ulaya a chot bana yik ulaya ka da tampi ala ni ke chulu kan chi bana bai bi ya ba choda wa chi ka ni chol 6 state I believe Jamalena Kibana Baby ko ya ki kwal munyanga gara ni chola kagara ni chola ko nelwe ake Jamalen Kibana Baby ku ke kaga pai egede di mene edi state wa ne klwe ke no ya de de temaga pai ku chulu pa chuda de to wone chulu ku bo guto ku jaga di chola pa da ga chi ulaya ko jwari yo ban ku jagu ya ku jaku wo timbuk jo taw de e kenen chimi ka pa da nyini ba li we kenen chimi kru en chiki nyile ko ke kind of people we can allow them to come to our soil
yen Japolitan yen ayo digita imba joba pol achane video
let me conclude with this
yen taban he said manana alwe pa na ru and achana kima kun bil kwelwelan etichen yo ete kabija gol fa na to ko bi taban lo discipline we ko ka faru de chen dal bibio kan gano ende de ko gen nok chimana ne wet kran tong no ko to wet ga mor kaman e bi bio kan kwen ga wan be ma yang no e bi bio kwen ga wan be ko la no dwan o to nya no de bugo kwen ga wan be ran be na mo pi pa na bonki ran be na mo lwe wa ko kwe ko kren kan e ko e ko ga wan ne ko wan ne lwe ga ko le wi bi ga nwer faru e wor ke diak I can impossible in actual manji. Quite when you knock. Kage keep quiet. Kitchen statement. They will. Quite in action. They are taken. I can.
Let me finalize.
I can find a minute. A pin a minute. A key peat by a book I thought or book I law cordy. Kage peat by a pin namgero. Like in what our body in know they are electing because they never look and they are. Kunenge politician can get work ke dia ko ke very strong neta bana chelo na cheben bia lui labing kulele an beran gene na ba kwan bia ran pet ene ran bi equal ke ga wet bi kala mari e kana wan elwel ta ban tong de
and mem ka e manji my opinion let me finalize in my opinion ka you go ga mi kulu we ngaban ani tak ba ha men dia tung tok tan wale ma ma ga tan wala ye man the kada ni cho tin ye tan a lot tan kurila nyin ka khudu ka yin kwen ka ruwe ayan din kana che jam no na nen ka luela ake ta ban wa na maka dir to ko bu wala ka to bi ko ka to ngi ko ga de bodaring ka yu in kwen ja ya lekin ka yu gunu ka dan ka weakness to pure da ban o ki cha ko pure da loy ko wo ban tin ran bi en bu kun yo ja to ben Tidak mana ni dan ping dan kang gue ke kuala jauh le lepa ru ke rani tuak ke dan ke pagi tuak ke ran camen liu ke because we are not believe on ourselves we believe on somebody else kwe ke chide kana uchu ken pal achen na ngunen ke je banga la kota ban be la kota de ko ki be na to wan na du la ya nam de ka liu in ma de ku be yo la bi be ko da kota bani bai o la cham bi bai ba tu but man we are independent entity okay ya ulaya abanya bugala ka junu Sudan teran winda gabna kimya ti dikini ya ce ta ban min bala dinga non ta ban abu wale na mani ko abu kiya ga chok kwa ni ran wunta ko wani yo ta ban a ci bi tempo eba abu jale nin ka tele twan wa ba ya gbara ya one of the vice president ke power di town tin ya ga ba mai tin kwa ki ni nen gele we kwa na no ro be pol ruwenga min ko ruwen ko ladia be kulon pol won dop ku jola dia pal kulon ku gam kuru ke kuloi ta ban den ga ki tin ki ta mo ga yika jadi li timma na man ti den ke la ba question do loron le kulu me ben la lang le ku cha me ben lang nam kulu intimide ku bu ko lu ba kweti a chan en ka wan ci bu siriya ken tuk do lo yugi bi li be na pan chu lo be kol kane ke ta ban den ga pa da nyang pin vulnerable kitchen the ball man to lo ko warab la mi warab la hoy retwan tuan ku gwila wo ga paneri wal ki ma fa da pari mun je wo yo latin a cinga datin kwa ye ran kan wa pana ke la din book face we need to confront him and this guy
yeah
ina buna u ke inchale ku jola biyo was kwanpin ko yan kan kan ka jiya mo ko jitom ni jin kan ke muti dan le kurut ko mi kuruwen be ku ko do road pol ina bizina achira ne no ka ka yi kwinti ya state ku yin to jwa yin ke bi ba bi je ngone ko yo la got ku ko yom ga mi akamta ku jola mi akamta ku mi arba ku ko yom ku jamu ku daldal ku indifasa achin ma na fa rule pin achin tam ki yom nok pin ngene ko yo go de ngona ko je ngo intele ja buna ngodo ku
thank you
ku jola bi yo kon pin
yen ja politen yen deran majung don we kana wijwen te tawon ke jala legen bi laben a wij bi ben
ay ke ladin ne tawne be gro on te mi jo ke ladin bi indi al ping bi
ay kun deran de tiogone ran de bi lwel ki toji en messenger go i chol messenger ne ko chol jiran be chol Facebook direct so yin man jigin chale yen ke jamen ne ke ben ko ben no mala ku le ake ngone ngo ko la an ci ko la den wada jo lwel ke watu to ken kan politics ka cin gene jo kwen eta ba kanisa ka jira la en pin lazim bida kare taba kanisa tin ku de ku ne dien ne chi chi an jo chaka ngara gum because anechol ngara gum ye din chale ayen kana chak ping tin manje ab chak ping tin manje yen apology eta ban kan apology won't be a well yini ta ban we don't need you to visit ruin belwel ke yemiti chi chab ruin man ran won wan cho loren mabok ko ran elwe an chi lo influence ayo kladim bilakir mayari kulwel kir mayari for your by president taban to visit my state eka a good time based on my survey because he is the leader of the state. Let him be feeling ke citizen and ke lo feel belakir mayari akuma de junub taban is not the right time to visit the people when she their rebellion she can lo victimize. A leader could say that, leader of ruin could tell that message to the government of South Sudan because it's not the right time for Taban who his hand is still with blood to go and put his foot on the soil of ruin. God will condemn that. Leave alone. God, the God of Creator will condemn Taban Dengai. So in challenge pay Iran jam. Ko ko die kaga Allah ke yes but why them ko apology is not enough. Taban need to be forbidden from visiting until when the really feast arrive or when you see Tabani troubling all across the Nuer land. This is where we will say, okay, now he is a man of forgiveness now, and now I see quite a ching Lord forgive. Beyond Nuer and God the Lord forgive. I hear oh. Beyond Nuer because I don't talk you can look you can all Nuer. Chima Nuer did one knock because they want Chenya bang it, and then coordination law grip could be again the Kuma because actually yini riek the chiki rinya bang it, Uki and Nya bang it, or how we bogusajo mat, Kujaku Begat. That was his plan. Yeah? That was his plan. Quite she our idiot when a politician guanaga wa you will gag politician gafana ru era and Juan Cheng rodio kirki chintanyan. Ke joga ke koya jo choli chade ga la maktaba vani. Kunone die the tabani tik. Ting a like ping. Ting cheating the din faru. I hear what people like chiga betting. Huh? Our intellectual ko jin pitch wer ka pana ru ji pitch ko daru ko ya jo cha dong jibo ku ka ja chi rut chang mat ago ki wan message ago ki ya lwel ko intellectual ka bai aliu ngega cha fiel iben ko wan jil pi wat I can coordination a cam gen go ko wan to pi in Africa ko ka mit ka bai ka ki to pi in Africa quite the degree man want to yi mi jonga did one chiko na commissioner ade degree ukala ki chati man a jiba they don't even open their mouth ago kutingi chilwela ka chi former commissioner of Ruwen County mi jonga did akachilwela kwa chilwela they are not writing on article they are not talking on radio ke jolwel buka jala oneta ban shame on you guys I have no respect to you we were kaparu de galem kaka well, I pan I shak shwan we by shak shwan we kunwere jaga chala young way ku enwe chigat chimandun they have either a fake degree ko ga ogle book their fake degree en kan ge jolwe la ka de ruwen union pijiba ku ruwen union pijiba a chindonge ping timanwane nwe wan chi oil che lui lik ke no ene ke de loy claim kulele oil ay ko diamba fanden kwe no ebe na lui en chi pi Facebook until wan ma bang dan de nga gion ja tingen yen la loy chi ku ja ko legin ko to bai lu la ka de ruwen leadership in jiba they don't have no statement either on the radio or on the article shame on you let me see an entertain Today, there are with Bachol Kalagan, Inga. Majung don't really tell a chatting. Era will be sure with Jala Isaac. Yeah, I let you run, Jating. Let me keep talking. Am I, Chan? Like one, the man kaladar work paru, one nega kaladar coach. Unu ko kaladar ko na paru, ke unichol nge, especially coach kapalwan, quite one the pan quil. Can na ke ben a bichira and survive. Pan the year and it's okay. Let me call you. I did run, bye. Hello?
Yeah, hello, Mr. Nga.
I Lloyd Gianyang. I Peter the family in Babai after Gianyang. Gianyang in Bayin 5 minutes. Yen work quite ping Gianyang kana jam. Gianyang era the Central Nile. Queen Gawan Gianyang Yakila jam Kaloro Junuk. Yen a chera and ruin is Lagine Manfadang. We wet and blue.
Achwa way ruweng chugate ma panama kwarkwa ata ruweng. So ken ruweng managa.
I Kalat Yin, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Yin chale ngo. Mi kana wo wade. I hear ruweng ato. Ana alon tau ka ke koi tau ruweng ke koi tau Central Upper Nile. Wo chen ka je jam udi. Yene kana wo ku jola ko an le ran kwe mendu e chul ke dui kwe chul ke tat ku nyang ko wen chiam ne e lwa yi ko bawut a che le loy yene ke chiro loy wo e le ruwen wala bi Central Upper Nile tene ka kana wo ela bu kai ko bu ke jala kwancho chirmana kamine ko to lo de taban chok taban we ki ngo ke ko to ruwen kaka wala Central Upper Nile wala Northern Upper Nile agdemia tene SPLA ga chi koy war ko koy ko ka wonde pandin tela twing eran tage pyo ku gur chama namal badal bi ka ra chol ku nyuki ke mit ka ba ngo ke lo bu ku lo ikene panda akuma yento nyal te twitter ke ya kuma ke ko mit ka ba te pie bun ben bi ke ni men ki jol la ka kuma ene to kuma yen kang loy tin ka kana akuma che la chil te dang pe yaran do de ten kana biya jam kana ai ne yaran ka ka wone yento kana wo kit ka ki doy rio ja ki ka doy koi pana luiran karang ki yine la pau yine bo kit ke de ka mi yin yo yene kana yene ka taw ku ki ye ke ga to ke ga yong rod pana ki ye tingu man ke ngore loy krai kana karana la ngora le chamel luila ile kana na ngore lo yen ke yanan chi belati kana yana du kai nim chien tene ya chang nam de karang wo gi yin ke kam da wi lakin ki di ri chol bai ruwe ngaban te ke ya kana wude ya kana wud ayi wunto da kai won ma abag duai kunale ya wedu wud ka wedu wud la ber ran ban yi manin ayi ran dang da ter ke gi yin eto wudi jiten ku lwel ke kana pandun kana go rueng ku jola Central Upper Nile ku abag Northern Upper Nile eto ko ban wo ki woni mo ko bi de intellectual ko woni we lwel wudi rueng Central Upper Nile Northern Upper Nile ku bi ka kudlo ya go krangi aliu elwe le karanga bi jo kon ala tak tuen bi nga jo la tak ta bane ke pie bi loy we gele bi tak e ken na we gena tek e kir ma yare ki wongi e ya men bai di the ten ina ngi ko wona yen loy rot kana dero loy le kana dero loy le kana dero loy le na kiran jal ku de ti jinatin ke yin be koy kok be ke nyang pin te de ran ti lo jeji ran ti la tek jubo ran ti la tek den si tek tin ku ngot ke nyin taw bai bi ko ja le ko wona yen le beloy yene tane ya ku mariel ka kana lakin ko ka bai ku taw ki woni yok ka ku mo cheriel ko ne kana yana ni oba kuma chana kuma chen ko je yetak nam ko wona ke taw bai ka chingwen ko dit ko non ken gat ka ke e ke jama kuma yik beloy bai ye ke yetak wa kuma so lakin keira jo lui mana a chukungi a yigo mana jama dag wokie jama governor ko a chigo woga lekawan a yikawan lo biran ke kon ek ko dol ek tin ke lwel ku kana a chike che yi ka yenda riedo pe ke lwel kana a chiran be ping mana ko da abig yo ko ko wane nga jam kene yi a chiran bula lo nyal ran won be karang jo ben loy kene pa kene chirman gomi yena mane ruwen kanu ya ka kana a chi wara chlinam kwa be be lo yon tui ku yon den ka e nga be lo le mi ko ruwen e ko ko ra ku do wot ka ti yo bedben ayi wunto bi daran ku bi nyu pin ku bi da won be karang a loy follow up ka wona yen loy rabai yene the same Central Upper Nile yene the same le Northern Upper Nile aku ot ken nyin ban ku bi ga nyu bi ga jam agoran wona yen kilot de len abi ngi jade ko ci ke nyang pin ko be karang lo ga luil yene ko wona yen taw ka ken yen lo ba mad
ya yen gid in juwat tong ka ci ke la ci ke nyogo med ka ko man jege ene ko loror kan lagin jama ci ko bu polwa a ci ko palale ko itino wana bu pol kol bi le social media ci be lui o bu pol kol ci la nga ga to ko ye lo ande man la bu ya bier ku ci ku je ko je pinya ping ku mit ki junu bu dan ben ko ja jam gi ko panen to ko ja jam gi ko panen to a ci go wara ko ci man ni ne lo den taban e degree a ci ra la pinga yen taban akin gat le ye rutba das pelam ken gana de koy waren pana ru akay ci chak ba a lot ti paru ag de mi de jej ade koy ware kedan luyen por mode wan ci loy biya bagne refugee pi yitam ku jaga wan cien gat en a charen kin en apel chok ake decision go loy non ku loy non en ga wan en go la chumal ku le ben lagin en kana cin janya ne tawon yena gin garang lagin the strategist yena gin garang too much than jej because any man of strategist plan ayena mane koy kwon ke ruwen ama koy ke pada ngaben in jorol koy wenne de ran o jo ine bondolon jo ta ku ja ta tap ginde tanen kata bana ci lewen bu ko jo en bi ja lui lopin ki man wan koy wan koy ngek de yira ne chol tor man buñ ke ay ke de luel tong de tv ni na le ke ne lui tor recommended bu kwany kwa luel yene lui ra non be ben kwany tani yene lui recommend koy ko ben ke luel yene ke lui recommend ku ko je nu ke kwany chene ke lui recommend bu ko de wi koy be ben na lui interest kwa jo community da ajake gam a jo intellectual community da ajake gam a chira ne be luel ye akene ke wrong a chira ne be luel ye sharp because we protect aliu yini chale thank you so much
ye na pya din cha le ja ret ka to we wo ka yong rot wa pa oh
Yeah, yes. Anto.
yeah kala ne ka tim ki dia yin ba pol baran dang ba chol yin ka to wo ka yong rot akud ko bu ke loy ke wot ka ruwen ka tiyo ko bet ya ne bi de committee den big loy form woto padanga ol wone northern upper nile wot ken kidi bi de committee den lui ki form the same wot ko to central upper nile ne bing nyu go ki ka ke panden bi ke ga queen ke che ko bo ir ke ka ben tangi tan bo ro ben a jam ka ki ko wone
Ai en kana kuma ka wan ka loy ka wo wan tingenen wa wule wa lui ring ma cha kalabu ke tiar ko togo yen lui ka kalabu na wan chen yo betting wule ko ga ben di da ka apa da ngai de wule kero wan ne ruwe ngujala apenal na wan ten go ta ban to gwe ben martin yen ai ke dom ti elen ka ke lu du ko jitani se ngo kin bible ko de yiset mana chiran jam du kin tani se because eta en ri ma cha en lui 11 ni state lui ke credit ku bagu tayo ki bagu tayo the doro ku bagu tayo ta ban kada wan 2016 gan bi ku tayo wan ene ki ja 32 said je bai gan ayen koy ko deal koy ko kwen ngi bai ke match for the next generation aka che match for the generation of today chiman jaman ku yin kuran ni jam aka ngi bai ke match for generation be ben ken ga chi pa na ai we let them not pay sell the future of our community cause community kana bedung ku ke leaders of today abijal kira bijal tabana bijal riga bijal ku generation da ben because the chin community luel bi ki community to loy and be ala loy values ku no community create community is not a achika equivalent the community betaba da nwe themselves either nwe jeke or nwe jege or nwe the bull they are not equivalent to the culture of our people ladi book culture na book wancho okay lui kala ruarwat aka che community when ko lui kala ruarwat ele ben bija kwancho achin ge values
in ka to rane ro loy ka dwen ene rane yong na yin liep ku pelin ku lel kan pandun ku kai kinyal wala bag yok de ko ake cha de yok group ko ka yar yo ki we mane pinya cham ko iril ran to ku alu e na cham ko kudo kuna loy ro ka dwen ke yin mad we ge dwen do na bato wala lele chol ne lindu ke yin mad we ge ne lin bo na bato ko dit ko ke ka pelwo we ko dit ko alu ra le bi dio ka ri bai nam ku ko an loy pa ni jeng ti chiran ti chen chok ti chen om nge ke lwel wet ke yan cho om nge na de ko yun be chok be riel won be wud be mugi ke la twen ku yen en na dudur ke ko dit ko on ke alwel ki le bran bi banjo mu ke ban de community ko no ya na bran biok ke jabai ri nam chirman taw yim jang daw a chi ga ko dit naga ka kwany mit wot ka tieri to ne e chieng bai te ro ne pe o te be chieng ba ne pe ato me na yi nyonga biel ke ko ke gari ngong nam kwa no ki a chi ga ko chi di ber bi ke ko di da rempi yo le we rempi bai ka ke no wok chi long na de ka won cho e wet wala ke ben a luel ke kater ka buk jo ala
yena dig in ba jo polling kaleja pe wel ko na yo bi chi ko ping nenge rane ko ji ko ka be de no me wel ko ngi nenge ko le ne ran ben dai show pat ka bi jari ak de lagi nan kin my position kan kon geri kede rebellion om no imanen kwen we kon ke chol brigade now on be ben chol nyagat now on be chol sim now on be chol ayo ke the same bullshit wel ka waja ara lebien kuch ra lebien kuch ke ran bo chumal sudan lagi ne ran ta bai ka chi le kuch ayo e kan e yena digin chale
e yena in chale de ngo
Thank you, Gernya. Yeran bay man ke pananda ni da ne o kadiet kan. Alwel ba shola. Yini panan tojan kan. Tojan rekwado. Panan. Peter. Tojan messenger go ben good because na kan messenger to in chatting. So send me a messenger message. While I'm waiting, let me put the music. Look at book in chatting then. Banya fa rulo de. Peter Van Meer, where are you?
Hey, big news. You're about to discover how I sold 131,404 units.
I'm going to put the music for a minute.
Writing can be a messy process and a struggle. That's why I tried check writing. I checked my paper for more than just grammar errors like commas and misspellings. I got extra suggestions that made my sentence.
Peter Van Meer, where are you? Peter Van Meer, where are you? Alright, in Peter Van Meer, you catching. I told you, Peter Van Meer, send me a messenger. Send me a messenger. Call you where? I said Facebook is not working. Send me a messenger here so I will pick up your name. The messenger message. Make a comment or say hello on messenger. Go to the messenger part. You want Jamu all the time. Kulela low, and then I will pick your name from there. I'm still waiting. I cannot see your name. Oh, okay. If somebody know how to say. All right, guys. Let me see if Peter Van Meer is coming. All right, guys. I do ga be you abirad because the we bating ten video we jal because human station you be kran ai jal. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Dugani you up to we didn't be ben a live show. Just say hi. A messenger. Don't call me to show in and you lose video like cut off. Just say hi or say how are you. Yeah. In Yaki and Ping, they were going Ping hit a thumb up. Let me bring this guy here. Yeah, and can you show around? You know?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, am I taking there?
I will quite ping Shakra and you'll Peter from me, Shag and ping roll quay loy, thumb up, click thumb up. We're going on where die. Are you hearing him? Jam, Peter. Jam.
Okay, I think Andy.
I think you and I could want to get a horrific, I would be value no need at the other yet.
Okay, cái chata ba cái này chata speaker. Ka ko no.
No, don't say. I see you tie speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, quay the manager jam na.
Okay, adi cái mo.
Yeah.
Okay. Almem bio ada cha mo din buna ku yela yin kaman. Ka ba ko le we mit ka bai Malaysia den ki cha ne are ka ni ki ane ben da long ti op nyo ni ben. Ya ne panan le ki nan tiong na ma pa cha nen ke cho ya nya ka ti ki ko lwe la we ku lwe la ke dal cho ke ni pior game ke ne ke ko ma na pa ke to po bi wa ge ge ni una ni chol padang ena banin jo kulo ru uni chol padang taban akwa je kada e chien ori ye ya achira mi je kada kwa cha wo yong ko be wo pal pi u ja kona wo ten kwa ngi ke kriya ba taban de ngai mona agyam taban tene ni kwa bai wo mi to bai taban te jo bi twe on taban on ko jam ri ta on akera le ngi ku lakini taban ke na ju atu kwa yene che kuni ge ma na ra be lo yo laman ko to kam chi te na ijilu ko lu complaining the wadi jilu ba jan bra na pi era to ko taban ni che ra bi ko yu ya ene kala we ni to bai aning ba ge na ping ran be na ping to be na ping ni ping ku ya na ni ran chol Peter for me ran kwai taban che ka ba le ge en kid right now mi to bai mi kruwe ku ja mi to padang ka ba ma ti ne kani ya jamaa tibiran achi man je ni ya achi lwe ka ran cho to bi ni ko an ba ku ben ni kera le bi chen jo ba to no kera le to ku jo ngan kwa na kin ko ku ke loy e ke di dam tu ke dal ban ku a chan pra jo lo ku ji ku ji ban ku ji do ku ji mai ta ja ni ye ku pin bi ne ku ke na cha ka le bi ka ke bai a chi gara ne bi ne la ne ke bai ya ni ku na chi bai kan wa ni ka chi ne
We got a sound the ag ping. So we can ping click thumb up. Hello? Yeah, I can ping. I can ping. Again sound what she did.
Kilo uni cha padang kan ya jamaa nel ko ko lan lakin ko so diari acan ko ya to ruan ko ya to ki jop ni mal ko ya to ki ya to to ko pa tin ki ngana ko na rin ra ko to ba ni ko ra ni ba le ko re le ko pa ta le acan la gi man ina ko na man to re na ke man ba ya ki ra ko ta ka ra na Quran acan ma ne enda win na no mutu cha wana win na duan ka so ba ti na na ti na lwel a chan ki de ti ba na ya le ni de ba ti ra na cha ti ba ti ba de ti ni kilo ra ba de ku de wo bu jo ru ba ti ti Well, okay, if I do well, look at one. I mean, there are some good people that are
yen
ka bi jam kan
yen bi jo polten sound do I share da pya ero temai
okay yin cha ni pinga di wa kya ping di
ke be jal ko be la ben so ja be jam e tok chwa de kan ja ma choy
okay ya na ne to kwat lekin ga kadang an ci di ga war jo wana la we kadang a ci jwa ban ge protetan yen ti jagen pin kan bi dil ko jitan ku yen ke chol bai wer ke bai ku je liu mane ke ta da ya cin ta da lubino lo ba mara dan kula yo ke jam ti je na pandu a ke ko ke ko jin ko wone politician ke ta po da bi bo da lo ke politician kinan nan pandu ku ngi kudu ka chan politician a chi da ku ine kudu ngi ku ngi kida dan ko wone kalai
yen bi jo polten sound a shidi ke ko lu la sound a shidi so ja polten a chan ti video ki bi a boring tin ko ben la ping so so for yeah biak don ti lu la di internet dun ke ya zob da manan tin messenger je ma ko je Canada ja ku kina mekelo yen je la ki
karan kai pro ya nan ba ko jitan ku yini na buna ngo ku je la ko ben ta dai ta ban lo ta kale ku ku yen ko ki wi bu ga ki ba je man ra nu jam tan chol ki nyam tan ke loi a chi ra a cha man chi ko ma ne war ke chi ko ma ne ngana ngi ke bu bu je or social media ache na da da mu ko biya to gan ben da ke nan ben da ko ko bai to jam ne bai ko ayen an ko ji tan ke dan kai chori pinga
yeah thank you so much for your time I work on and chol teran would be ben messenger do any you have don't call me on messenger and gan message hi hello and then I will see there yinera ne elwe be show legin don't call me na cholen ki inchi video elwe cut off don't call me all right thanks so engan we bye bye because then I still have some few hours I mean few minutes engan we ben yeah, with and then while I'm putting in music from Manbanya while I'm waiting, there I would be
before I came to AIM, I was
messenger.
I'd recommend.
Aganya jubai tan panyango manwan mene jonga ye jubai tan panyango manwan mene jonga jubai ga yar yo kona dong panwal awen kuja kukuli digume aganya jubai tan panyango manwan mene jonga ye binyali ye no kuna go kuya ye bidema ye no kuna go kuya.
You hear the song, right? Hey Wilson, are you there? Wilson. But you in Chan Benjam, Wilson. You told you and messenger on the messenger side, but you know pick up Wilson what? Oh, Andrea, you low to the messenger, you know pick up from there. Don't call me on the messenger. Just send me a message on the messenger.
Don't yar ko rabu wai rau cha te lwe do yu te da min le pingu ka bia toga kule nya lo be la o ke ya kwem tok ran bi ye bela bala chi rot be bela dok ja ka men chi nya nya cha biel ja me ke lwe le nya lo no ko la bi put ko kwane en bi je chwa ta me la ran ko chi yom bala ni na do lo ko rom ria la ko le ni ria la dong men no wen kula men ran rom no yu da do ko nyuen bat kwer ke che lo bi cho bol dong tin ge tuan cha lei tor ku go dong ge yang kol be in kwen ni ya kol be in ge ja cho ka nam re ba yi we di yan pin ko le di pin a we le ran ran ya ja ning dog ro chen na an bi cha wa do di ko ba re la go loi le re pin ye re la ka chen na ning be a pum pin ke pa ri ang ga chi dong ge ju du ku be jam ko tol ya na mi ju pa ja kwen cha na chwe ngam cha cho bol dong tin ge tuan cha lei tor ku go dong ge yang in kwen ni ja kol be in ge ja cho ka nam re ba yu de yan bin ko le di bin a wen ri al ran ro ya ning dog ro chen na an bi cha wa do di ko ba ri ala ko lo ni ri et bi ni ri ala ka chen nya ning be a
era un ga ba yu si ga un bel de et Hello Wilson, do you have time? Bye bye. Bye bye Wilson. If yes, say yes. Comment yes, then I will say. And I will pull you from there. Yeah, Wilson, do you want me to bring you in or you don't have time? That's what I asked you to say yes or no. Okay, let me bring you. Yeah, Wilson, I sound that I can hear we run by. So I will be jam to you. Kijalo answer. It's a job.
Hello.
Wilson.
How would you like this? Stroll out of your world-class hotel in Singapore.
Yeah, and our live video, Ogam, Kawan, Dule, she border commission, rapport, lawyer, ku dispute area, or Naja, mean dispute area, Chekalawan, ku bay, you know, being claim Galaka, Bege, Ena Jamantin, ku Jala, she quite beat. I can statement, and when she quite a pan, ruling state, I can statement. Quite padang in general, I can statement. Could you bear a band visiting one aping a chanjam, and well, Jim and Wanella Ru and Kutabana or Ruthi. Yenan is your lacoico, quay wrote your quay leaders my by. Katabana she need could be ruin Roy visit this time. I can let your time. Lebin go ben, Queen one town while already a year and planning low, Kulelka Loala. Kukawan bitong, Ekawan chi and Yai buying the governor chibi, and a len Louis gang up on Chiriaki and Yai Kulele o we are against kill. Where the same Sabanman and the should by Willer and be quite ruined because Ben name, and what be Ben name Ogu. So Jim is one in the law of the Queen and Taban only call So the then politician when they wrote you my by let them again in a good time to beat our state. Let them be state beat by then to keep full feet to chen bend. Can all be well. Now kin politician anyway because politician can kwany ru and kag ene kagala ko ela lui labing. When the same thing politician in Central Nile when the Northern Penal dun chuma na ne lo yen law governor one kwan ke 2016 yi 20 karang yen ke recommend tineki ku yoki la kwan. Yen ja anga command hyoga ulay ngone en be involved in our affairs. Kwa first can locate to execute the order from the president to it and by president. Again to appoint somebody in a position. It's none of his business. Again they tong luen, I can tong luen. Kwa chin koi luyen warning. Kwa chin koi luyen confront the liu. Koi kuwa tui politician land go well. Era na GM kulwe well kia peke na GM kulwe la and bishop. Kene na luelen koi kuruwe ngadil kwa koi wunchi ke chak. Awage rongi wage ro kataba la de milu e right time to visit in bijo ben wadan ki peace ko lo within the Nuer themselves kena binjo ben beg dengai ale bil again
ayen intellectual por
en wo ko dai ag Wilson ping wo ko dai gang you hear his sound now you sound think clear, you click thumb up you are hearing what he's saying. What die and what kind of sound a ping. Sound Wilson. Yeah, a ping I. So yin jam Wilson.
Ayen opinion di na ba luel tabane ke kor ke ruling specifically. Ke de ben chowi kwa ayok ke ka kin ko show up. Kaya na emen padang ku chia chole chowit kaya na ba ben ko le opinion di wala rai wan ya ting ke ka wan le bi wo mat ne e ni ka ting ni ko la tu ke no tabana bo wangi ji ka Facebook ni ko lo propaganda badaja ku ko chiri we ka te wen we de state elder ko chi jam we gi dara lo wala ka jaga pit Facebook ina ja ku ko na eran bu loy ke chir ko le mai tabane
yen kaga Facebook Wilson damane Facebook be lwel e ya yi da chi pit ata wili lagina ade wile jam ku le yen ka chi ben because ade a lot of situation. Even Jimmy Wani, I should be deal well, maybe become cancel. Are there a lot of situation? Keken Taban, because Taban, which he and Tingy Chibilla, Calaben got another condition. In Kake will gala Jimmy Wani, Jimmy Wani, Chibilla ruling because I can Bella Toitin. Jimmy Wani, Chibilla ruling because I can be a Lanintin, quite the Bella, all of this one. Garang mabi oge lui trouble ko lo manatigi kwa chin pakana chi wej wala chin because garange ko cha on to wej pakana ke wej nafsu yum en pakana bi garang ben nyutin uja amam ben wa e ke je cha e ke wej the same day ane lwele James wane ya la pariang kwa chin pakana to pariang ka pakana len chin ka dan wana nya ale bi wej the same day ku yingdam team could be buying me ben lo yuzo kana cha yo ko reason so the legitimate one is len pack ke mastermind of Taban na de ki lo ko Taban ade ko ye lo yin yin chi wi be ruwen
o ka ye na ye lo la ko Facebook de na del gu ba yi
no ki de na yi jai
okay ka ye na mi amu opinion di ga lo yen Taban na ki wu ke den ko ye lo ngeจะde koi ken ko ban mi ka padang ni la jam yi na yin bla ke yen pe na chala wala ba ben yo ko chir ka a ko de gu ba chen ma ta ban ko la wor ken no ere la nasir di le lui visit kula mai wut kula paka kula pantiu bezat pantau pan mo infilti ma yo mo nang ken lui visit ban ja ro ma di ko wu de na bi pa na ru la visit wona ba kan wona ruwen state yo kabia ko mit kan padang ke lamat ko len ko ngur ko ban ke ga la yo ga yi ni ba ba ne ta na cha ne yo ga ne ta lao ko jang a ko la ne peaceful ke kana yo ka raidi al biting ke ko ga yemi di ter ko di lu la sipo ta ba ne de ke ko lo wala ya darunwa ke ye ne wan ko ke ko ma ban ayo ke ran be ko ye ne ran ni chit
Jimmy wan
ni ye ne chebela no de na pernal cheben la palo chukran fa ye ne kene dangro taban angur mu party de na ayu wan ke yen ko ke to ru ni tet aje ko ayu we ko ke SPLM mainstream party ana nek by president ko bila lui visit kalbiya by president woni yo ke by president kai ke party ina le bila ke ran chita ban ke kajar loy juba ga taban ay wel wana ran ne ina wonde tradie ko ke wo ban yo man we ko we wut padang yo ko state won taw tin bidil taw go daga tiatin ka ne taw yani ne ke de contact da bila wut ten woni yene kono mo tuan taw en ke wali ay yo ka ci fa yana yo kan abu janting ko wani mudrut bila na yen ke cheping ci ko wala de kër bakana de lu de kana yo ka ci biya yin bakana ko na UN ke taw par yang ke grer ke mo Sudanese refugee UN wa de nam compound ku yi ayi gabna bata par yang ma de nam bakana da gabna de kam bakana to wace ke uzuru biya ko pe ka
ayen ne kule pagan Jimmy wan ki chila ke taban ina chiro da tawo ki a kitin ye na ki bilo ka kidan ka Jimmy wan awi biro da actin ke yen kenen en ke taban en ade influence te lagin ke da kana kana e wule ko ka de fakana en ka wan chilo en ka wan di chat en Jimmy wan abia lo gok we farian e gok ja loy di bom ne na lo bi farian wo ci mane ko won ci luel kana ko kada amam keni loy amam la bi yi ko to ko do ge jal fi no o ge jal fi marwo akife bu bagna rudu ten pakana de gala ngale bu weje ko to ku bi ben lo yudu ku jil ko ache ni nentin ku be ku ben natinga be we ku be ku ben la tuge e we ayi te bi ogla bet ke la ku we bet ku dong e kadan bi lo yudu ben wa ku jate nay ko nin kenin tin lakin e pin de man ade man do bin wonne ko ke pana ru wonde nim be dikan ci ke yik e pana le bi local government lo yin pana woni yin wo bu ban ben nin tin for 4 days o go ga chin de pin ka ale bro lo ken ga ni abiti de je so reason kana to len fa ka chen reason so reason ke behind a different
ai cái yen cái này có bây giờ quan gì mà có cho tôi cái bây giờ không tin ta ban để coi chuyện chi mà ta để chi tăng lắm because này ran vẫn chưa tắc là ta ban đang nghe chưa tắc mà ini là chuyện nhari tin là ta ban bây giờ là cái ngôn lên cái political beta one nine lên có lên cái pan có bị quên marian hoặc là ngô cái bây giờ là quen cái ruộng cái trong
ene question de bija si gadi jo ben ngobi ben kweno ayen kudwan en wedwan ki lwele in ban e song statement again ko go mis kruwen o ki jampa le da elwet wala lwede ne kala ne cham to pi politic ayen kene achi zero lwet tabana to planning janing le pak ke ka che yipien in ganok de inwer wana lwel kren pariang ka go ge tinata van nap yom so alu bukle ping ade ko je go ga we udiru we atog kwa buka yugo ko lo to
ka yen ke den da lwel ke opinion de ma padam ya yo ko ke we ti tin ka no we ping ko de ko bi la ping ne chirit kan ala ba we join ko lwel gi jang gi by president du ni ke tamanden ko la man ti ne kiran manen bi ben ti che lwel la by president na kuma de jinu lakin kriye bana da wuket ce wuket ta ban bi ben ta bana da wuket ben wadan ka ce kare nai luen cái chuyện con nhai ko chia nó tao to nó ngi chin ba pa na re ren chin wan ke pan wan wo lai ka manam to ko kan ta ba na ben ke salam wala pola jai sin bi ben lui kai pa na won chi kan nok 2013 yana le bi bai laki na jan ben ke ran lui visit la ba la we tia tin ko re jam ta ba ni chi u kide ran ko bi ta ban bi lui encourage ma la jam taban no wor ken way di bi mara yok bi salam gam la nasir ku la paga ku la pantu da do bezat ku la mayom ku la pani ri ko na ler ma ke ko wode ngala tin ga bi salam ku inde na wor ke jeng ma wor salam de ran da lu attack ko ko ru ngi ran lu attack mesi ken da la ko yi lu lin ko bi taban chala la penye chela wit inap cái hoàn chỉ có cái liệp gầm của liền gấu có cái ai u có cái nào cái gấp này là chỉ là vui vậy mà đây là ticket cái này là dây dụ qua chơi ra nó bắt đến chỉ gầm cái là ai u cái coi lên nó có thứ tự cái này cái hoàn u có cái 2017 16 when các người long tuy chỉ vừa để pan way để coi cái này
ai na che in ma jong dong in ga chi ben so bi an troj messenger troj an message du ka chol Luella low, Mr. Nor, I can't go low pick up, you not here, no, when they know we jamming, the getting Chivenja. Yeah, go ahead, Wilson. Did you like him? Like him?
Yeah, the Din, Ruing State, would you have said, didn't work of human Laperna, Penamuri take, I can Piato. I get them and go ping la name, Kunaga Piangia, the Nampalaning, then to okay, Mariak Barao, Payen, where I join. Ni chol taban chi man non bela ene bre cha kuma gam lakini che ke wor bi kon visit bu ko la wor ken wona ke wor ni en marwan che ke ko di ma ene bi kon visit ku bi wo ter da to ke jeng ke ter wo che ke da gi anje la ruwen en bu dan ga la ruwen di ke reconciliation wala bi ko ruwen alu apologize ene ayo ke ne ke dera lo
na di kin chale ja pe
fa ya na bu ko ten ku mo karang ba tol ku ba do wer kun ke ruwen state
na di ine ran no da pena le ine token en nago ine ne ban ine we ile be wadu bilwe le ku bi mi ke pana ru kwa lor bi pin ko ula da gan chima ne ko wane ke enwe ga ke lo wo supported ke ring ma char e ka wan chen tin chi ule log dia tin chi ki ke log dia tin ngi chi ko ji 21 is te den wan ngi chi ke jam man ke ki chen ok tin pada ngai log de ule ke dia en ka ke lo ke gus ke ku ja ko ke nu nan tai de o ai ro lo tin den chi man ti chin dai tweet lo le ma ko ku ja la ma janga god ma ja go da lwel gal i referendum lo e dik country ke to thousand of citizen ke li ubei kubilodi ke ne na mo business because ko ke padang a chi la jin ko ni jala ne ko chwede be ko dugu le teri ke ko ko mi chweda to ke ne nge ke de jonga le ka man jonga le ki wan ta government side aka che lu bok lu ke den ale bi ko me nim de pe be ko ngode ka la jai ba de le o kilo o ki me de ulai ko gi aka de ki ting ba den jonga le na du lok ben ba den ke ne ite de a feminine we said one kaka loge chwa we know this game Wilton akiri yima janga god nonsense ni yen
tider jidid wala kata wan
no akada ko gada this 2 days ago kada 2 days ago when one chi government and gal referendum bla biya kedi said it tweeted ablo kene kablo referendum ena lo mi janga god lo comment
una ma jaga ko man jabe la lo ngera no ko ran to wut ki ka kuma
so yen ko ane pana ru chol bale joken we don't hear it wan ko chi kon chwede ke United Sudan ki chi wan to den bi jongale e ben chwede unity of Sudan lagin South Sudan e ben a continue ku lui separate away so referendum kana allow again our interest ko chi chol fada a chari te ko ngage ke chi ke wi big tin
ene kana ke bana ja kri la ma kol ke ko ken ta bana nye ke kri lui ma janga gotin u ya ga mu nyande ne chi ke den gam nyawa we ana chala ko runwa na ran ko bi pande ye ba ke ko da
ah ke yen in ba jo pol agwa ma jong don way ba ya chan kren kente in jale
thanks
ma jong don way, where are you? I need you to send me a messenger. Send me a message from a messenger. Say hello, Abu Nangor or something like that. Can be you pick up from there. Dugan Chol, don't call me. Just say hello on the messenger. Me Jonga don't worry, I'm waiting. You remember the messenger today and Ogyam can Lula low. Can be pick up from there. Not on here, on over there, on the other one, messenger. According to Bashar, because Majogane here one before you. So you stay around a little bit. Majog was the first person here will be jam. Kiyana Ben Beja. Queen Garnish Ben. Just wait. I'll bring you up to him. Hello, Majok. All right, I see you now, Majok. Okay. I'm calling you. Hi, guys, Majok, you been? Majok, don't wait. Majok, bear. Yen abijam yen tipiang oge roll kulwel ki click sum up ago ping Majok jam
inta mola buna ngor
ya ke ping roll warke shi ke ping roll jam tawale Majok be ina tier ina abijam ina ben be jal go manjeng log bay go ibe ti ten kin ben so ti kin jam in bila jam baka lai tuot ku bara nang bai ke video kenten e ke le ye ke yin ping awi bi jo jam adi bako topic ai de wente ke jamen ke arkalo wan kapa na chila wan ku be shi junubi Sudan ko ke anwan join technical committee of border kai be shi kala bai ke be wente ke chita on the dispute ko be to dispute man pa antho kwa bi akin ko jam tin we mean abi kereng pa antho we bi junu Sudan abena bi we below traded that what I heard we bi below traded area ko pa antho ko kai ko pa antho aken ke consulted when community aliu when it can one taban ade non bill of be ke by president when I game wani ato pinyi ten ato di ten kiyen arkad kog lo rot alwe la ka chini bi ba be la nyutin de la nyutin liu ke ka jo lo ka ne ke elwe de kan wane ko wane o kya da garan pakana kle weji yom to bet ku ngor kle nyu to pakana le bi chile bu wej pariyan kamande lo le junu manati ki jemi wani ke ne wan war ki pariyan idi bolo men wan chelo abia la gok itet kwen ga wan ti la maban so be ga war go anen le la ki chi la ti chela en jemi wani ka bia kwen ge det fe ama ki chi ta ban en yok yen ta ban ade ko bi ja na ade ki chi ben ge bai briden kena le bi sabotage ke lo bokon man ta ban ne chiro lo en mastermind de ko lo influence pi junu Sudan government kiyen kulela ta ban ko ko ti chicken nimba game chita ban play during the water kale bilege ta ban e by president of Junub Sudan but this time ko ruwen achu wi bi ben ni pi the kon ben kichu konting kichu ben pinwer damsa ka chi nwe ji cha gola dur nyong le jegay le bi ben god jekin I mean le jekin and then mayom kujo ben lo apanal no den lakini che o ko won chin ma chagan o le biok la ne ngo jo la ne mo gu ke insol ken
ya je kan le bana mem ka balwe le chamot ba ngor ko jala ko kondai
ku jala chab de junu ku ruwen ku jala pada ko wanda taban an chibi jam pa e ko lan me jam wel kero diak wan ku kai
iya na kran pingrol ag pingrol wa kai ke dingor ko dai ag ping ke wa gen pingrol ke ya ke wel tama pa chana go wel ke chi to de pat ke chiran pinga on o ba ka be log la ping ba den de le video lo de play ya ke ping ag rol ping ya ke ping
ngachiri shiglo lo na ke gan ping awul bada
ya ya ke ping I keep ping. Go ahead.
Okay. So, kakero lu bukan ni, wala dia ko kai ke Padang. First of all, akiran bukan ada luel dia rawuk. Kita kan wis bukan ni. Leben ke jiang wala aku made jenu. Ka aku made jenu ke luiran unte nongran ne unte tanyal. Ache lui shab ta jinu ba pada yi shabun chiran lui ka represent ka wo jing the padang okay the lack of representation we being underrepresented until now akira un ta ya ra un ja taw man wan Stephen Dio ene shirke ran to ngi dong wan la tin ai ben nyai wan ko chin un ta akira un ti be dong no bi kamel ku bi ba luel to ko kana lekin bane kana pam to bi chiro ko le kole kana pam to cho dai gol ke karang ne o pa win cho dai pai pam to cho dai ai we to wan ni ra ni chol pagan ben ala jam ku le la bi e wi bu o je ki 3 billion kene te e je pam to we ka ku kene kitin je dai tin ku kana le ko wan kin an ken ja ko lo media we ye panto ena chabi bela loy bedalu yira ni chol pagana mum ko jela e kai ken wan ti mani jite including tin mi ya ni aman ki war jabe ben bi man tine te war gan jabe ben bi lakin gar dai to pinte ko tira un te wi yen ba ni al ko won ga ruwen wala ko ke padang ti ti ken pin ni mon wan taw ke yi mi jaga ten yi mi be ke lu ku ki ma ngi ki aka karanga lu kan yende ene ta ne ga to pa lu a che dai ai we te a ki ai we a kola ta man wan je wore pa la ben ya ke number 1 ke kana wala ya anyway a chi lu bo gwa jam tin man because government ka che lu le ke ta tu na bla tu en watching kichi 10 state because we are doing referendum bro jalo lakin we don't know when they no law akale bo ru tin mane kale ba ni je nen pa ni yan to kadi a che pa le ne de ga de ne chol patient aman ti 32 state here lo se bu ku 10 state ken ben ngo ka tong na big law ani le tong lo la din bi de ko yu bre ke ye ja da cha ne big tong ti ke ne big do no ko ko ku wing e ka wi bro lo e kana
exactly
ne ko jam ga ba na ko shi wi bu ko ben ni man ko wa ne ko re to go ko ja lu ju mo wi bu ka mai to a cha na bi kan lo to prove the case nu 32 state ke problem en ka ki gol bi ga ne chol my wood state ki go ro mo ke ro kan nur a ye na won wa ne chol wi chan ka ge group tari ka ta ki we kana chi ba ko te na bi ta da ne taw ko te no ko ru en ko bi central ko bi ki da ni chol northern apernal ne ka wi bu ngi bi da ko won ko ya ja ko chi bu ko ben ni ko ka yo gane tong lu ja to ke ti cha ne ka tong do wala ne chi be a tong ni ki ru mi ha ka ri kwa su do 13 te tong da ba ni ko an tu
yeah
so tong ni ti ne tong da pa ne ka da ka ne bu ja to chi ba ka na ran de pe nai ra ni ja lu ja be dung nwe ti ko bi da de yen ko ku ti lu le this time ka lu le chi be pol la yi yen lu le ko du ko nwe ko yen ka chi be pol yen da wala yen da la nil to mani na de gurun ka pia la nil man ke ka pia da ko na ko pia da
the thing lo ko ka ne man o ke ko chi ka di ka chi le piga ba ko ko
yes
to ne ku buk tinga wo ka padanga le bang yu re ro ta chin ji ngun ka we ka la ni le ji nga bar ka dal me binde ko la ko le we ku ken ga di wala har kun chi ka dong ya ni chin bar ka dal ka chi ka dong ji na ni ka le chi to pam ka le de
e ka ge le zo
ke ga ge le zo e wa dun te cho wala har ko cho ka bai bi ka na ko ji tiel ene daga kayini ni ngagi no rija dan pe rodi o ko le ne independent min yomo aka wi bu ngi man wi bu dan pe no e wala jing be ban bu bi ben jam salam pare ko buro be lu pe kana chu ku be wi wi bu ko ru dan pe
100% wadwan jilwel kwene ko wan chalwel gara we wo ko yen lwel gala chi ko jilwel recruitment akin gon ko min wan ke ko we di 3 ke recruitment until wan bi bai ben legin ki recruitment da rio ko won ke jinga padang ai ti wan zaman wan choluton ko ju jai ke pio pi na na penal te legin a chi ga la mi ya ka ke kwa chi ga la mi den kuninga ko pi ke pi bor e ka la yin den kuninga ko pi ke pi bar ga dal ji man ko wan pi pi mapel ke ga di wan pi no ben e ke la yin ka ke ken so o ga de problem ya da akuma won to ran chol kwal ma nyang ke minister of defense gane kwal ma nyang e man ti re di de chak man aw gen tinga chit ke yin lo fe ba ken era anti la jit
chi ja ti ele di
era anti la jit ngen ko ke pio pi bor ke ge yo gden ku ko pio ke pi bar ga dal ke ge yo gden ku yo ki ka ki o ko pio ye ko pio nwe ege yogo ding mo ko ta bana do den nguri ku ne ko pio be ke padangi a chi ke yin den
okay ku yene mane wo yele jal pa nga wo yele den jala wo ye ke jala yin ko yun te ke jala yin den che jala be wo yin chu ko kon mi je den ku ja ko wela mi den
yene question le bi ko ne sharp di ku ja bang bit ku ja la ko woni ritual politician e o la lo represent for the interest of money, interest of the constituency. A question le bija ti ke di ke ko ke bija ping.
Okay, ke loro ki kana. This time wo ki be ko ke ja ko this time. E wi bro lo kana. Ye ne ke wet ke bar ka del ku jala wet ko bor ku ke den ne lo ko ko padang ka da bu loi na wi bo el bo ai ma lu bu ai we lu bu ya iran a chan ka panda ke ka tau kana ku bi ro oi ke da ke le bi o bu i kon mat ku ke leaders in ngore lu ka ke a che leader de ke be ke loi ti wo generation ni man tau ni te lo ja ko ge jam ke ka be ke ne loi na ko le ni man tau yi mi jang da wi la yi mi be ka chi da man ne na che lo ke dan chi loi ena ta me ka ayen planning al bag loi right now yeah planning na de ke ro loi ke no ne ko de ba ni ne no di junu ba chi ya won se ga chi be or go lo ayen aria ge ne ma wi chen ta fi na go go ri ang wa de ngo de ba dong ke o ko ai ri ga ro de ene daga na wi be ro ju ma wi ku ju ro ta u dunien
yeah
kana ka wi be ya ji le gi ga go pinga
yeah ene ko wan yo ku tinga ra aben wane war kwan wane elwel gal ka chi kai we kena yin wan ne ku big la ko ga that position ke de elwel bi aboga yong boga bi wo ya me la ra na ko ku le wo ra na ko ali ai time ne he are gone kubra ti kira ne lwe inji gat kira ne ruwen durola manya gret tarot pinbet kulele ke golf kinen kin dubela le ka kuma de jiba wala ka kuma de ngalwel bet ke de oyol en misuse ku kaja alu ke threat en amana na tar kade ke kamili na luin join
nen kade lakini ke ko wani jale ma ke go e jubo mana chingnim pe ke jubo mana ko wani
ke gola ben da ku yiri ko ngorwe
bi ta de ja yokto no re wo ja wo lu ga ene de daga so ye ne ke chiri kana ku do lu kana ke mobilization no wi bro lu ye mana ko generation jidi lazim bi da revolution bug lo ko pal ga jwa yi ko ke ni lo ko la ni lu retire ga kwa chi ya chi ki ya ka karai ni aka chin ga be yo ka bu ka ga be log dot chok ene thane ga
yen wen kon ga diki abike ping di chab da no ruwen ku ja chabab en ga man ba e ya kini chabab ko chabab na din mit chabab na be de future anenge ke lele bi future de ruwen bi ya la thon future of the community ka bugyo pienge di abug pienge abugyo pienge
lu lu sin kaman wo ga ne ya we bug unite bu lu unite ko ta wedne ko wane ko le non te ro la video ko wi ko le ne kana ko to ko lo ko akere ka lo bo ko lu sin ka
yeah
ye ka wi ba mu ko ma tin ka
in challe ja pa mi joga akija ma ka ba akira ne be dogi ti indi ane de ko yelwe galan mi yala jam real ti en dogi akira be dogi na non ama yelwe an mi jam real chan ya ban ka akira ben pin bako da pe biya jam ki ngor ki kina ban ena bi en ni ke yelwe le ke lo ba ko
ene tereka
lagi ne le bran a jam gala yini ngake dug jam ran dun na to bani ran dug jam na jam kran na to bani a ke loke no kenan ngara gom ane kala le bi pa ru benan ma na ben an kan kala ne coaching
aywa ku yene ne ku wi balu ene ke wi balu tabana ke jule ne tereka tuki wi ngi jing da de jam ku le wa na dang pa wan da de ran an ping wan le ke bar ga da le wo le bu le ko ngan bu ku du na le o we ka da le won te a kira an de ka da ko le ka ne ga le ke la ne ko
e ke le no e ke le gala ke e jat ke e ke jat en ko ku nok ku ge biet chab du na ki jam a ku politician ku na ki jam gala ye ngada ga le bi abi ku du na la le ku ke rai dun o yo la le bak tiuk to kwal bu ko ke pin na male bi ko je we til nyu do impedent bakri ji ben bak documented ki man yi tura de man wan di ku loy ko protest in ma jo ka de ping to ited men ade nam myok a chen le ke ko ti le
ko jo kon protest gol ki ina bu na ngo ke u wan ra ne chol page da duot bi en ben gi ku le wi ni ka ai u ko kon ja na wan ji se ben lo en pu u golo ku leadership le nyo ko jo wan na wan ti leadership le nyo ko chi wela ko ji na wan geren gwa le ki ra na chi be ge we ni chora lo biro la mara kuma ngo ke ge wan na lu ko je protest wan cho ga nyo ti nu ba chin ko lu protest chi wo you know bin wan ke ge na silent ko
but I ben go to din ngai ngor ko mu gi jan ko manan chen ben jibo ne ko manan chen ben jibo ngai chi ko ngor ko mu gi ngai to the deal yok lagin protest ping protest lo some month ache just one month lo below years ko wan Sudan chi lo kam years hello almost 5 years ko lo protest
ende anaga ma yo de ke ro lo ni lakini na chin junu bi lui join ke na chi faru na mele choti no wana ko lo ko yen be nafsi ana ya gene da chan bi te bi la jubo ya yi meeting wan bi be lo ko jo online na chala gen lo en chi la jubo lakini na ken ben ping wan chen ga ma la jubo
chi la gen ben former leader shala bodo to chi la gen ke ra na la wa kala wa ra ni di ju ke na che ra de ko to go en ga wan le ne lo e chi le la le re fari ang bin jo la jot to yara e chi le ke lo e wa ga le yen me de ke kai be ti
so yen ke ne mane na ngor ku kwanyo cho go mane ko en tak to lo ke chi de ke ne ke we dom we wander ma yi ke lo ga che be ping ke lo ke ne kwen ka mane je ai wo je lo den ga wan chen ben yen tem ko ai be ben me bo ko mane ko be ben ai wo de pe
ene ko ano kulel ga di in ran chon mi jog damanda gini che jam ka ga Facebook ene ko ana lwel ga ni oni nen pinga e very strong ko ya na yo ga ene mantil gol wela anti mantil la ke yena lwel o ki o na chu kon wi buko ti ngai wagi serida o faru ti ngai wagi serida cho ga survive through ka chin ai o chak be lwel ke ai o chi chak giset ka chi bo buko ai o ke control brigade ku be ben chol brigade from brigade be a chol nyagat ku param nyagat be a chol sim ku param sim be a chol ai o the same people yena na kin ko ben gam go ngege ron go bobra ne ko ku le ke ra na wula ku le ngo yen la e ma na kin o yo dog ben
ya ke to so ba ani che jam live video lakini ani ye garare kolbes ke ya ke got min 2013 until 2016 in chan ja ben slow down a chan wan chi ri tong koi lo ju bo ane ken ba chi ki tong koi lo sorry ane ken ba ra ni ki a chan to wan chen tong koi lo a bri be ko bi kana an ken pyo ben ye ki until now ene ta ne ga a chan iran tong che lo tong ke lo ku bu ngi ji bi gu de ene daga ko na ce da fursa won bi na dudu bi lo defeat ko lo defeat lakin tango lo ku be yini riyoje bo ko ba jam lo ko lo ning ja ban ji no na ko bi no lo le di ku ki go tango di wo no za to jam ja ba la jam ya
na yin jale
ene daga so yene kana yene kai laban ko sin ko an lotwe ngo kai wonta ba
ai bidia loy ki chie ku loy ki ko manage ko kana chu ku pal alet bi junubin biga ko jo junubin en loy wan panda chi in mi jok panda wan panda an tok tin wan o kin kon yin da ma chin dam ji kon jal mi wan tit para ru e mi wan le hola kwal li wat ke ni ku jag ben jag lu jama farian ke ka wan de chol koryom ayen u koryom toy na wan le ben ke la ben wan ring ma cha boku red bai bilo boda nyine wan na wan le ku chokten ko ene dun ene kaman beta zun wan kwa chin tong gi tor bari angle lo ku jelo wan ku le banti ku la mit ko paru ko le roda kwal banti wan ko ga ben ba ko chogo lagin ko ga ben apol ke ko wan ja bai tit gan awan ji ko thul nak go chabam luag wan ben chol mon jangen go lo ma balai ke ko ji tit bai gan ayu ga chin men bar ga dal bien le yan ci ko la pariang bugla tho ko lui pariang difen o men nu aliu
ali elo de kan
arane elu le ran ku jog eran di ju ci bal Sudan ka ku ce tawan tok ta pariang ki ran fa na ru o ki ran judum lagi ne ran to junub Sudan ke pa na ru a ci le bidera lu ya gen de ka dan ci yeno ci ga ulaya ke ugu ko ke ugu ko ke pa ni juk to ben wan ko pa ni de ko fies ki junubin de fies no wan le wan bi ulaya we da bien men chal ulaya we da e suppose bi a sho ruwen because wan e ke ya gen garang ma biur all bantiu nuer bantiu ben ale god nyong e ci ya gen garang
enka
so o wan le ko du ulaya ku le ulaya lo chege ninga ya sho ruwen na kin ya sho ulaya we da
enka de
lagin akin nam chen ben ku enwan chima no wan tene wi bi ko ruwen taban yen hata ma na chi lo yi lo ku du fom rot ki ulaya bata bandi lagin o ruwen o ki ko na ma banti ninga chi lo style ba nagan no ki dong chima no ki dong ko kedeng ko ga chi dong ya ke asfiale ke ade te chi garang ma biuren chagot yo o kyaltin o ko ruwen
en ga de ke winter wa na we bargadier 20
bargadier 20 en ka exactly o ya chol ya ko o chi dong bi ko tiro do apa ko o ga lu ko mo support
en ga
lakini ay bo bad mit ka fa runam ay bad ka nim en yi sori gan
so yen en ku wi belu elin ba ngon tare tu state ka jo ko ya ruwe ga chu du ga yi shinde le nen tin
ke bu ka ru jo perpe
depend do ga lu depend le bo lu sin mana chan fa ni yan to ja bitong abi bai ene da ne
no abi bai o ka leg supporters gi kir alwe wo ko ku culture de no you e da wo je back thing nim ge e da wo kwa ku ba ku a chelwe because area de na loyki because no na ni ten ko win de nam ten ko win de nam ka chi le bia 11 state chi manden chi loy credit ele bi ka be ben ba again okay manden lu yen credit e ka tan na wane ka gen pol bi manden bi 11 state bi loy credit wan jilga wane ka rutan bigala shumala Sudan ku biki junub Sudan ku legi shumala Sudan suwijin and suwij out e wotania o patriotism den ni jata no ka nwer wane anango wo chumad wano gieng ku met ku ya bugla shumala Sudan ni junub Sudan ci adola
a che garanta mi to bunango ai wo
ayo ke ga che ko wonte ne ga le bi ko junu ke ko le lui ke ne yendin ke ka tribal movement ke interest in where in a loy ke a loy ki so na ko ne ga tingi chin ko bi ko nwer ka chin wonte le bi lo support in kama ne ga yogo no 32 state no denga de more state kuna de denga more state ka be dominant within the parliament ne ke ga lo darabukan. So the more they have more states, the more representatives they will have in the parliament. And if there is anything that have to do with the voting, kala denka becham voting.
Okay, to know and chike loy calculate lwela na duka iten lwela kwa duka itani third one iter ke doro ke edenga ne luike dominant one itani iter ke doro.
Japing ene kuj ba ja lwel kidi. So they forgot the fact that the new 10 state 7 out of 10 states, get 3 states for the Chindenka. 7 out of 10 states are the Denka. Regardless what representative will be everywhere. So the dominant is still there. They will never take the dominant away. In Denka, even with one Chikoike way, they say the Denka dominate the SPLM, population. Population doesn't go away. Even though we create like even 100 states, the population will still be there. Creating more state for Denka will not even add more population to Denka. So can you other Kalampari and we be calling him Jari the Punk Pala Giga. Now I think how could the initial 10 state, I should one of 32 state, what he was the Bedu. Now we build it in Mundang, Kabu sent to Mundang, and a good road this time. Yeah. Because I prepare some. I think Mundang, I died to around we build it to the Mundang, up to Mundang, you can tell him. Top part and my well, top part and Yalika Villa Yoga. Yeah. This time, I think I'm a very
mal berolo ya koi kwanto be ko padang lazim biro kurud meloy lazim be lo kurud meloy be ko pio ninge biag bi talgat bi kwal ma nyanga be pen ngudeng abi jo be ko ne different chapter lagini ko lo je chiman wan loy kiren en ka wan ti en ben defend ku ke lo wan ti ke tu wan e damana ne cho le kien e damana ne umere le gal junu wi na wi chararat ka wi ke la cho boy go ki le la o wi 10,000 bi lo be dani en ga wan bi no ben wel gala ki ke lu ko recruit lagin ki ke lu ko recruit e ke tonga ni yili 2012
ko fal ko len wo ro de ko wana tinga jam Facebook ne de ko ko ngi jonga le wona de chol jon garanga lo ke le pat den ka zato chan gale choro wo chinwen ke ne no re na lu le ka de yi 10 state
no ade ache jonga le o ga de ko an ga padang dat fin ko de gubriam na padang ake du ko padang a jam man ke lu ke 10 state du ko ja ko ngo bige yo ko 10 state go
I manage and Louis I know who is still talking about. Not about if she been hanging out with the quite Nuera pay, so maybe they might know it away. I cannot shake a level with a character. I don't take the Louis. Not jam. Yeah, I shall live with that. Michael Nagra and near Margaret, America, she quite late.
I shall wear a column tea, Kimano Paru, and they caught you tea in what I can't know because the low Faru. Or the chila tiggy jing gachen and yellow been a lawyer jing. A different case again.
So on I'll let you near Margaret wicked and good talk jam legate. You take a Noraya, I see a problem. Lakin okay, Panaru, again, and Hanega. Yeah. So I hear nothing jam again. I can't book Okivelu, you can run and Jokulu this time.
Ene kada ga intelligence fa en abiga ping wet Africa ke man ke ko rol ken ten ke den ninge pide da na yet rot mandu ku yen ka chin be ko kwen
ngare ente daga ayin ba pol ba
ayin thanks
jaran pay ba chol
ayin video yo ko jeten wo ko chiping video bo ko akot shol akotago let me see you the bentio lagin to the network one the current the messenger la kana be jam mikela we ko ci ben ko die Africa we ga check le ja pay da we gode akot where are you akot toji and say hello messenger chok be ting beren pull out akot kir where are you Okay. Yena ya sai ne tin ya sai what he lot dien. Na liwa kot kan bi an mo kwe myaji. So can we bet low ten would put the music.
You served your country. Then you transitioned back to civilian life.
Hi, about your tower dinner and can kubana Joseph. Thank you, Mjonga Dongwe, for your lovely message. Listen to that song, John Kabir. Coin by Loni Yi Jiggy Loy by Man ran a ben. Coin by Ruin I read a wound commanded.
Yunum di da nga ga ngai kana le ka jela ku kwanyal o ke tu do ke biran twal man je di da ngarun man je di da man ai to ngai chi ga ro pin lo ke la ko you know me da nga ga ngai ken le ko pa ne chol America you know me da nga ga ngai ken le ko pa ne chol Australia you know me da nga ga ngai ken le ko pa ne chol Ethiopia you know me da nga ga ngai ken le ko pa ne chol Uganda Kenya wati do tinanga te do de mandien mija were ge yande mandien mija were ge daru 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 daru
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now. Again, it's me, and it's again it's you. I will just add some few words, then I will end the video. So for those of you who came from the beginning of this live show, thank you very much. Those who came afterward, also thank you for tuning in. It was really good to hear different speakers, to hear different ideas from different people. I thank my first speaker, Comrade Njing Mijak, and then my second speaker, Gyernyang, and then my third speaker, Peter Famir, and then my fourth speaker, Wilson Lual, and then my last one, Mijong Dongwe. Thank you, gentlemen. You know, when we come on social media, it doesn't mean that we are the one who know everything. It means that we are the people who speak out so that our people should learn from what we are telling them on social media. Because social media nowadays, in this Western society, is very powerful. People can hear the message within 1 second. People can hear message within a matter of minutes. Like when they log on their Facebook, or when they log on their Twitter, or when they log on the what do you call it? The other media, Instagram. So these are the sources for everybody. It's not only for Kawajat. It's for all human beings on the planet. Network is for everyone. There's no nationality when you are on social media. And when people come on social media, this is how you can educate it. The population live far away from where you live. Like here, I'm here in the United States. And back there in Africa, I cannot talk to someone face to face, but I can talk to someone through social media, like this Facebook. So thank you, Facebook, for allowing us to use you, to use your technology. It will help our people to get a message in no time. When we talk about the 32 states, my people, this is not for Ngor, and this is not for those who spoke earlier. It's for you, the people who are on the ground. Those who are getting the freedom of 32 states, these are your enemy. Those who are against it. Those who are against the 32 states, these are our enemies. And we cannot allow that to happen. When people create county, they create it for the citizen. They not create counties for the president. Or they not create counties for the parties. Counties are always created for the power sharing and for the development. If South Sudan is going to have 32 states, it's a non-business to people who are not South Sudanese. This is the right for South Sudanese to divide their country the way they want. It's not the European to come and give us the decision. It's not America to go there and give us the decision. It's not Eastern African citizen to go there and give us the decision. That is the decision for South Sudanese themselves. Those who are against the 32 state, these are the children of devil. They are children of devil. Like the supporters of Riek Machar, who are against the 32 state, while Riek Machar was the one who created 11 states, and Kir Mayadit at 7, Taban Dengai at 4, and now they come from nowhere saying that it was not a legitimate. That is wrong. Majority of the people of South Sudan are supporting the 32 states. So if only the supporters of an IO, the IO who create them first, are the one now say we don't want it, they should go to hell. They should go to hell. I like my state. I want my state, ruling state. And I've been talking about it throughout the year. I talk about it and I said it in my Denga language. I said it in my Denga language. Ran biye lwel ruling state nye. Ite ran to government. Wale ran to PIO. Ine ran bongman guaykan. Itong ijing. Those who will be opposing it, either you are on the government of Kir Mayadit or you are in the IO of Taban Dengai Riek Machar, Kikalwe Litong Paru, Kayineran Bongman Guaykan. And I will not stop that until the case is over. Thank God now the government put it into referendum. But before referendum, what should we do? As the people of Ruweng, who the supporters of IO are against us, what can we do before referendum? We need to prepare ourselves now. You need to prepare yourself. Either you join the army, that is number one goal. Because these supporters of Riek Machar, they can create war anytime, no matter what. Because these are nowhere. They don't listen. They see it from their eye. They see it from their eye. This time they will see it from their eye. Either they want to fight to go to war. They've been fighting the war since those of Adalachol, Bolnyawan, Gaitut, Polynomative, and they never win. They're just wasting the life of innocent Nuer. If this is what they want to fight because of a 32 state being created in South Sudan, let them fight. Let them fight. We are ready for that war. Let them fight. Because if they think that the interest of people of South Sudan is not important than their own interest as a group of IO, let them fight. They've been lying that this war was between Denga and Nuer. It was not. Let them try this time. If this time they want to create another war because of 32 state, either they will choose to be displaced in South Sudan, those IO. Last time we let them stay in some area, but this time we can wipe them out in South Sudan, those IO. Because they have to go for the interest of the majority. The majority of South Sudanese, they like the state, including some Nuer. Nuer now who own the state, they like the state. But the IO supported this terrorist group of Riek Machar are the ones sabotaging this one. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We will tell this weak government of Kir Mayadit, let the citizens of South Sudan deal with this, not the political parties. Let those who want to take away 10 states, let them go. I mean, the 32 states, let them go where there are 32 states. Let them go there and tell those citizens. If those citizens accept it, that's fine. But it's not something the government should do. So thanks to the government of South Sudan for saying it. It will be up for the referendum. And before the referendum, my people of Ru, in particular you, Panaru, and Alor, and people of Central Nile, and people of Northern Afanal, please don't support this nonsense. Because it again is you, and it again is the future of your own community. So let us take our own state. If they don't want their state, and if there is some Nuer who are going to accept what the IO people are saying, if there are some Nuer who are going to accept their complaint, that's up to them. But it's not on us as the people of Ruweng. And it's not on us as the people of Padang. And it's not on us for all the other tribe in South Sudan. This is not a gift. This is what we want. That's what we fought for, to get independence of South Sudan. We can divide South Sudan the way we want it. No one can say nothing. Because if the majority are like this idea, who gonna come and take it away if the majority like it? We like our state. Like my Ruang said, I like it. It will be my state forever. We fought that war with the North, being isolated in the region. Nobody give us reinforcement. All Junubin, the people of Ruang, we were isolated. Since 1991 until 2005. So we just got released when the peace agreement was signed. So who will come and say we don't have right as Ruang people to have our state? That nonsense. To you as the leaders who are representing the Ruang, either you are a formal leader, or either you are a traditional leader, or either you are a chief of the village, or either you are a student, or either you are what. This case of 32 states need to be taken seriously, very seriously, so that we will see who is against us. And you have heard from my last speaker, there are some Dengas who are against the other Denka right. How come that the other Denka will be against the right of other Denka? This time, we book road topping Chimanange, Kokoi Padang, Gola BI all the way to Orang. I will book road topping Kokaiku, Chimanange, in Kojikam Nangam. And I want you to do this experiment. Ran a saboteur cutting Kai Kajing, Kojikam Nangam, Kichira, Louis Febert. Now they call you again in the future of Padang. Leki ke Ogabro Topping, Chitoping, Gero Topping. One third tongue. The man rebellion of Ringmachar, all the Nuer area were against John Garang, and all the Denga in the area, we were fighting to defend our land, not the leadership of John Garang. And now, if we got our own state, why people are jealous for the right of our people? That is the compensation of people we have lost during the wartime. So please, if you are representing your constituency, you need to speak for the voices of your constituencies. Don't go and sell out into the interest of community who is against your own community. Taban Denga is against the Denka, particularly. And that's why last time I challenged the leadership of the government of South Sudan. You cannot put somebody who always planning the killing. Taban would have not been the vice president of South Sudan, because that guy had the blood on his hand. And even last time, the government of South Sudan allowed him to come to New York. It was a shame. Taban Denga would have not come to New York, because New York is the place that you represent the image of your country. What image Taban could represent to the world? And he's the one that when Kir Mayadit removed him from governorship, he rebelled and coordinated the rebellion together with Riek Machar. Who don't know that story? And those idiots who are in the parliament of South Sudan, they don't do their job. They say Kir Mayadit will do his job. If the parliament in the government of South Sudan refuse that Taban will not come to New York, will Taban come by force? But those village politicians that Kir has put them in his government, these are the people destroy the country. Taban, he could be a vice president in the country, but he will not come to represent the country into the world stage. This guy is idiot. Thank you.